4, good buddy. Tonight, we bring you this week's flight sim news, Orbx with the Wolf Pits and Maitland Airport. We have a MiG-25, a brand new Svolvær, and a vRAAS add-on. Hello? Hello. Everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the middle of the week, the halftime show, the midweek shuffle. Welcome to the news. And tonight, friends, yes, we have news. All the news from flight simulation over the last week. We're also checking out two new releases. A double whammy from Orbx. We're checking out the Wolf Pits. It's an airplane. And we're going to be checking out Maitland Airport. Russell Field, I think it's called. Then, friends, we ramble over and check out something from GKS. It is that of the MiG-25. Haven't you right? Then we get to showcase a brand new upcoming scenery by Wombii. It's that of Solvær. It's in that place in Norway, I think. We'll be checking that one out. And then there's a brand new virtual RAAS system, the Runway Awareness Advisory. You know, on runway 28. 4,000 meters remaining. You know, one of them, right? But there's a brand new one coming out that's compatible with pretty much everything. So, yes, it should be interesting. So, how are y'all keeping? How did your day go? You'll notice by my background as well that Bills, our channel's sponsor, don't mind Greta, they're running the Spooktacular sale, which is running between kind of now and November 3rd. And we'll have a look at some of their discounts that are going to be available. But we start off tonight, lads, on the heels of the MSFS official dev stream, where Jorg was there. We had some developers from Asobo. We also had the marketplace team and one of the engineers behind it, a chap called Todd. And I suppose, well, there wasn't a whole lot of details. Right, I mean, it's a lot of the stuff I think we've kind of heard before if we're following along. In particular, anyone who followed the stories from Flight Sim Expo a little bit earlier on this year. But I have to say, there has been quite a lot of concern regarding the tech alpha build for developers, the SDK. They were like, Jesus, nothing's working and everything's broken. But that's the whole point. They wanted them to say, hey, try and make your stuff work. And if they break, well, let us know about it. And there has been some confusion around this. Now, my plan was to have our good old pal, buddy old pal, Raul from FS Reborn join us. But, well, as you can have imagined, a lot of the SDK will be under NDA, as in there's only certain things, well, we can kind of chat about. Stuff that's already in the public domain. Stuff that's going on behind the scenes, for obvious reasons, well, it's still very much a work in progress. So it's unfair to kind of everyone to say, well, look, this is what they're currently dealing with, because it is an early build of the SDK. However, there are a couple of things that we can kind of, clarify. And we'll name them as this, right? Just bear with me now as we try and bear through the unbearable. We're on fire tonight. Basically what we're going to have, you will have two types of products. It could be aircraft, sceneries, it doesn't matter. But we're going to categorize them into two different products. The first one is going to be called a conversion. Conversion, right? And the second one is going to be an upgrade. And I want to explain to you what the difference between both are going to be. A conversion is where you take a 2020 asset, an airport or a scenery, right? You inject it into 2024, but it will behave as it did in 2020. That means it doesn't have access to the new features. It doesn't have the new systems. It's not included, you know, in the career mode. It's a 2020 asset. It works as it did in 2020, but you're just using Flight Sim 2024 to use it, right? That's a conversion. For the most part, these conversions will be free. I mean, developers will work on them, they'll tweak them, they'll figure out what doesn't work, they'll get on the big phone to Asobo and say, hey, the thing with the button, it doesn't seem to be working, and Asobo are going to try and fix it. What we learned tonight from the dev stream was they're aiming to have all of this in place and ready to rock for the release, which is pretty much 3 weeks away. However, York hinted if it's not ready, well then it won't be. It won't make it for release, right? As I bounce me watch on the table. What's the battery level on this? Jason, I'm getting savage mileage out of me watch. So that's a conversion, right? It's a 2020 asset that will work in 2024, but only as a 2020 asset. And what we mean by that is, you know, there's no default walk around, there's no default wear and tear, there's no default systems that the 2024 engine or model or sim will offer. Are we happy enough so far? Brilliant. Right, then we talk about the second type, the upgrade. And what I mean by an upgrade, let's say, for example, you have the Coronado M20 Mooney, right? That's a 2020 native aircraft. If you wanted to have that as an upgrade, that means it'll operate inside of 2024 with all the bells and whistles. That'll take full advantage of the new flight model, of the rendering, of the, you know, the career system, missions, all that sort of jazz. Well, that's going to take developers considerable time to do. It just is, because they almost have to rebuild the aircraft. It's not a case of just, you know, releasing it into the wild. It's all this modular building. They have to change the way the add-on was built to start off from. And in probably most cases, they will have to charge for this. Think about that. Oh, devs, they already got me money. I'm not giving them another penny. They're cash-hungry hooers. They're not. Think about it. There could be months of development for that developer to go back to an existing product which may or may not have performed well on 2020, meaning they have to stop all other work in order to focus on this one thing. So that's where there's going to be head scratching around, you know, do we want to have it in as a 2024 model? Well, demand will kind of, you know, we really want to have your aircraft in this. Do you know what I mean? So there is a difference, and the difference being conversion or an upgrade. Now, Microsoft have stated the vast majority, hello, Mrs. Two-Tone, the vast majority, I'm trying to do science, the vast majority of 2020 aircraft will be backwards compatible inside 2024. What they mean by that is they're talking about that conversion. They'll operate as 2020 aircraft inside 2024. Have I still lost you? Are you still missing at the back of the class going, what time is it? Right? It does not mean that the 2020 aircraft will upgrade to a 2024 standard. They don't mean that at all. It is a bit confusing now, but hopefully that sheds a little bit of light. Does it shed? Good job, that didn't work. I hope it brings a little bit of clarity, because I was sitting there going, wait, what? How? Why? Right, so basically, yes dear, everything's grand. There's nothing to be alarmed of. Everything's fine. What are you taking? Is that the last one? We were supposed to get our new couch and chair delivered today. I turned into a Karen today. Ah, brilliant. I'll tell me story. News. Oh yeah, I turned into Karen today. Oh, it was brilliant, right? So I got I went down to the place on Saturday. Yeah, it'll be there on Wednesday. Are you sure? It'll be there on Wednesday. Sold, says I. I will buy it so, right? I got a phone call yesterday. How are you, boss? We'll be there with you on Wednesday. Wednesday. Grand, says I. Right. had the house prepped, ready to rock, people on standby for the, you know. And the delivery window, which was supposed to be between 10 and 12, well, it's now 1 o'clock. And I said, Jesus, where's my stuff? So I rang them, right? I won't tell you exactly who they are. Harvey Norman, right? Rang them. Hello, Harvey. How are you going, Harvey? Listen, Jesus, Harvey, bit of an issue now. Where's my stuff? We'll ring the driver and we'll ring you straight back. Grand, says I. 10 minutes passed. Jesus, the driver must be far away. And I get a text message. Your delivery is scheduled for tomorrow. Well, the curse of the 7 seas in it. So you can imagine, I took a breath, immediately dialed the number, and I proceeded to go full Karen. This is not acceptable. And I'm a logistician. You might laugh at that statement, but anyone involved in logistics, we like to give ourselves names, you know, like genius or logistician. That's what we do, right? I'm a logistician. So I said, listen, that's not good enough, you know. And it isn't good enough. Right, what would you do? So they put me in touch then with the store manager, and she was terribly nice and apologetic. I didn't go nuts or anything, you know. I went Karen. That's me Karen walk. Now hear this, you know. So I got a discount. They refunded me delivery charge. But there's a good chance now, you know, if Harvey does come down, he'll put a nail scrape or something in me couch. Go, Harvey, go. But anyway, getting back to the important news, friends. The marketplace. So, was it Julie? I was going to call the other lady Mabel. It wasn't. It was Mabel. That's why I shouldn't be allowed in any position to try and pronounce people's names. I would have been like, and let's talk to Mabel. Mabel. Or Mabel. No, wait, what was her name? Mabel. I can't remember now. Anyway, it's not important. Julie said, weapons. They're going to have weapons. Now, when we talk about weapons, lads, they're going to be visual only. And York was kind of saying, you know, when they release military aircraft or warbirds, Jorg's whole mission in life for flight sim is to make it as real as they possibly can. And he said when we kind of chose one day not to have weapons, as in show weapons, it didn't feel right. So yes, now they have made the decision that aircraft in 2024, and they'll eventually roll this back into 2020, will now have the ability to show a visual representation of a weapon on a military aircraft, which makes sense when you think about it. I mean, the A10, we saw the screenshots of the A10 for 2024, and it's a big open cylinder. It's like a friggin' downpipe of a gutter. What is that doing? It's a Gatling cannon, 20mm, right? You can hear the thing before you even see it. And, well, they're now going to include them. And then, of course, a few questions came in. Will we get to shoot things? No. We won't be able to get to shoot things. It is not a combat simulator. Who knows what add-ons will be made with laser tag? I saw laser tag before in 2020. Oh,
Jesus.
They just didn't, do the thing. But the good news is, well, at least they're going to model them, which is a nice thing because at the moment, if we want to get an aircraft, well, we have to go to another website to download a pack. But if you're on the Xbox, you're kind of shagged. It's all peacetime flying, which is fair enough, but So that was kind of important. And then the other few bits they went into, I don't know, they must be getting savage heat in relation to like the charges and how the whole currency system works in relation to the marketplace. Because, well, there was again another discussion around, listen, when the sim launched, we didn't do anything with the prices for the first couple of years. I mean, we didn't up them, we didn't down them. That's it, flat. And it was like after 3 years, they made changes to Turkey and somewhere else. And then, after 4 years, they tweaked the prices in 5 other areas, which is kind of interesting. But at the same time, they went on to say they have a huge problem in Brazil. And this was staggering, right? So in Brazil, they spoke about, the VAT rate at the time was 11.5%, and it's now 17%. So the cost of add-ons are way higher in Brazil. And there's not much Microsoft can do about it. I mean, there's very little they can do about it. So Brazil, for them, on a business footing financially, it was a loser. They were like not making a Rex out of it. So I think the whole point of telling us this, I think they're trying to half kind of gauge us towards a little bit more kind of pricing fluctuations rather than just leaving prices stay the same forever. Well, they're going to have to reflect what the world markets are doing. And what does it really mean for us? Not a whole lot, unless we have massive spikes like 11% to 17%. But if you're buying an add-on worth, $50, you're still dealing in the single digits when it comes to increases or decreases. So I'm not overly worried there. It's probably more important for developers who are trying to, project sales and stuff like that, work on their budgets. But for us, the end user, I don't think there's a whole lot going on there. Plus, if you think about how the world works, I remember when they, every year, this is hilarious. Like every year they put the tax up on alcohol. I mean, like we're in Ireland, we're going to buy it. You can literally make the thing 100%. We're still going to buy it, right? But what some of the major supermarket chains did, they just lowered the price. They just cut their profit, meaning they could sell it at a higher volume for lesser margin. It still worked out the same. So maybe you'll get stuff like that. I don't know. Some of the other questions came into it in relation to freeware. This is important. It wasn't really answered the way I wanted it, though. So Jorg's perspective on this, I think, was, listen, yes, we've already made freeware available, but we only really want to go down that route if people are loud about it. And we've seen that with a lot of the Parallel 42 releases. There was, you can't do that. And they were like, well, we can't sell it on the marketplace. We have to charge for it. And then, people got their pitchforks and Microsoft turned around and said, no, it's all right. That can be free. The last bit of news, and I forget the bit of technology it was, lads. GPI or something? I'm confused even thinking about it. But what Jorg went on to say was the marketplace could only accept a certain type of build, let's say, right? A certain type of engine for creating add-ons. And draw your eyes now to the likes of FlyByWire. The FlyByWire A380X was originally on the marketplace. Not many people realised that. And then they took it off because, well, it broke, right? But the reason why it broke is they changed the engine in which, created that add-on. They moved it to a different platform. I don't know what they're called, I forget. But it'd be like going from, Blender into something, right? Anyway, Jorg then said, well, they had a chat with legal and they think there is a way to allow some of these other engines in. The worry, I think, was on how Microsoft would host these, in particular on Xbox. They technically become a hosting vehicle for this software, and indirectly, they now become a distributor of software that they don't own. That's where the legal crap is. I mean, people with far more interesting names than you or I, that's what they have to deal with. They fancy letters after their name. But for us, this could potentially make an entry point for the likes of FlyByWire to get their aircraft back onto the marketplace, which is huge, lads, because this might possibly give the Xbox pilots access to the likes of the FlyByWire aircraft, in particular the upcoming A380. That's huge news. So whether or not they manage to do this, I don't know, but it is terribly exciting. And then at the end of the whole shebang, I left that stream. I don't want to say I walked away. I kind of hobbled away because I banged my toe. But I left watching that stream feeling way more positive about the direction of where we are now versus when the sim releases. Because Microsoft and Asobo, they're both saying, we want this to be the best. We want this to be backward compatible. We want all of these things to happen. This is our focus. So for a lot of developers, I think, who were a little bit, holy crap, nothing's working, this is going to be a disaster. Well, my hope is now that they're going to have a little bit of a feel-good factor, knowing that, no, you are still their top priority. They want to get this to work. Whether or not it'll be ready for release, that's anyone's guess. But they are working on it. So what are your thoughts, friends? What are your entire thoughts about the thing with the yoke and the stuff? And tomorrow, I will let you know when my furniture arrives. Right, into the chat now. Jesus, that was some intro. I always told you this before, though. I literally only spend about a minute talking at the start. Then it's straight to business. You know what I mean? Let's ramble into the chat, shall we? How's your week going, by the way? Day 2 of me working week, because we had a bank holiday on Monday, and it's like, is it Friday yet? Right. But anyway, let's ramble in here to the chat. Who's here? Super Typhon, you're very welcome aboard. Eamon1973 says, I've been waiting for you, Murph. Jesus. Hope you're well, Eamon. Lee Dixon is here. Good to see you. Retriever Neil, good evening. Abnormal C, subscribing 35 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. Hope you're well. Fierce Wolf, looking fierce. Yeah, and Wolfie, you're looking well. Sean Dale, happy news day. Elf is here. Cyrus T, the man of teal, has rambled in. Very happy Wednesday. Viper Strike is here. Took the Airbus A310 from Singapore to Bali. Nice. That's a nice getaway. Right, now let me see. Sean Dale says 4 hours to the A380. Well, I don't know what time they're... Right, I don't know what time they're going to release it at, but yeah, there's huge excitement for that. Even VATSIM are like shiting themselves. Don't fly the thing anywhere near airports that they shouldn't be. Now, we've warned you, and that's important, lads. If you do want to fly the A380 on VATSIM, be very aware they're watching this and they're going to have zero tolerance. You know, could you imagine? Hello, Boer ground. This is whatever I am in an A380. You'll be yeeted off the network. Good luck to you now. So you have to do a bit of homework. You have to do a bit of due diligence. If you want to fly the A380X on VATSIM, you have to do a little bit of extra planning. Have a look at FlightAware. Look to see where these aircraft actually operate from and let that be the choice of your home airports. To my knowledge, Dublin Airport, for example, it can't facilitate an A380. I could be wrong, but there was talk, oh wait, hang on, the new runways can take it, but the old ones can't. I remember like certain airports had to get like reinforced concrete put down a second time just to facilitate the A380s, and VATSIM want to operate in the most realistic way that they can. So be very aware of that if you want to go flying on VATSIM. If you want to fly it into other places, just don't be on VATSIM. That's kind of the spiel, do you know what I mean? But anyway, Vacuum is here, good to see you. 98 Vulcan, happy Wednesday. Jan Race is here, welcome aboard.
Hey, good morning.
Kim, welcome in. Who else is here? Look, Jan Drace, good evening. Willow, how much is here? Ewald, 2 years. My absolute dude. Thank you very, very much indeed, Ewald. You ledge. Night Zepp is in the house. Good evening to you. What happened there? Jesus, it's all happening. Black Ice Gabe, we have a Black Ice Gabe. Gabe says, happy hump day, Fireflies. It's time for the news. Friday will be a right bit of fun. Indeed, and it will. We're flying the mother of all Gicknas. That's going to be Friday night, lads. Mr. Skoo is here, good evening. Filthy is in the house. Little Trader, good evening. Soaring AJ. AJH man, hope you're well. Tarnish Mossman, happy hump day. Lead Ballooner is here. Shuffle Shoes shuffles in. AJH John, you're looking well. Blinky is in the house. APU Inspector, good evening. PH Roy is in the chat. Roy, I shall share with the community, but Roy had some very sad news, lads, over the last few days. So if you do see Roy in the Discord, or you see him here in the chat, well, Roy, we're all here with you. We're all thinking of you. And if you ever need an old chat, I'm sure you know where to look at. Do you know? And, well, don't look. You know, that'll upset you even more. Don't look at the face. You can talk. You know what I mean? It's good to talk. So, Roy, thinking of you, my dude. AZ Blue Line, very good evening to you. Spitfire RAF 100 is in the chat. Welcome aboard. Why Kanyes is here. Appy 67. Good day, fellow VO pilot. Right. I did some... Don't look at the back of my head. Is there something I can get for that? Like, seriously now, only between us. I mean, we're a close-knit kind of a family now at this stage, right? I mean, it's only us in here, right? What can I do about... Hang on, I'll show you, look. What does one do about that? And don't say, yeah, where the... Although it doesn't look too bad there. Actually, do you know, it doesn't look too bad there at all. Bloody hell. That looks actually all right, doesn't it? Hang on a second. Let's go to the other camera that it'll really show off what I'm trying to show at. Yeah, but... Right, I mean, we're not too bad, lads. Right, let's forget that. That's all edited, by the way. This won't be in the final cut of the video. The back of my head is actually all right tonight. Never again lie down, Murphy. From this day forth, you shall stand completely straight. And that'll be the end of that. Right, I now know what to do. Thanks for clarification there, lads. Great bunch of lads. Right, I was over here doing this. Right, we continue on. Medic Aviation, welcome aboard. Goblin Zeus is here, bonsoir. Muse fan, how he is his mad jokes is. Happy hump day. Good to see you, Muse. Shunty Mac Shuntface is in the house, welcome aboard. Liptorius is here, good evening. Robert J56, happy Wednesday. Franco for flying, welcome aboard. Flying Tritz is here, 8 months, my dude. Thank you very, very much indeed. Let me see here now. Commander Balosh, good evening. Abnormal C, welcome in. Purple Kona, hello. Dougal McTavish, the chairman, has rambled in to wish us hello, good peoples. Good to see you, Dougal. Nutty Slack is in the house. Hello, hello. Paparazzi is here. He says, happy news day, sports fans. I hope all the Fireflies are grand. Wow, you should hear the tunes when you have YouTube and Twitch going at the same time. Stereo, right? Great to see you, Paparazzi. Dowler is here, welcome in. Toto2495. He says, evening Murph and Fireflies, happy midweekage. Good to see you, man. Stick figure, AJH. Abnormal C with the popcorn, right? Energizer says, evening all. Jesus, he says, it's almost November. One day closer to the mighty new kitchen. Wait, what? No. Right. Vinci, welcome in. Where's this button over here now? Bellbro says, hey Murph and all, greetings. What's the newsage this week? I'm glad you should ask. We're going to start now in a minute. Crafty Tigers, very good afternoon to you. Mr. Dan is here. Flying tonight, says High Fire Flies. Tonight, this wee GA idiot managed to fly to Shannon in the PMDG 737-800. Nice. Good man yourself. Murph, the price increase in Marketplace is not good just because Steam and GOG battle and Microsoft Flight Sim is punishing buy money grabber Steam. Wait, what? Why can't yes? No, they're like... Listen, if Steam... What did they say? Steam is supplying something like... Or Steam is looking after something like 34 currencies. Microsoft, their Marketplace is like 60 currencies. Do you know what I mean? And like, here's one for you. Have you guys noticed over the last 4 years, have you seen add-ons on Steam being considerably cheaper or considerably more expensive than those on the Marketplace? And outside of any kind of promotions or sales, you know, like the Steam summer sale and all this sort of jazz, I haven't really noticed that. The prices tend to be relatively close. Do you know? I could be wrong though. Today I took the kids to Stratford upon Avon to learn stage fighting at the Royal Shakespeare Company. Nutty slack, that sounds awesome. Old veteran 965, he says, crud, me sound's not working. Wait, I fixed it. Good to see you, old veteran. Welcome in, man. Right, yeah, thanks, lads, for the babe emojis. They're a great bunch of lads. Greg Gore says, what? Who? Does that apply to scenery? I don't know. Right, now, hang on. PMDG or Phoenix will want to upgrade money. It depends what they need to do to get their add-ons to work. Do you know what I mean? But let's have to see. Will this be on the test? It will be. You have to listen now, SK Son. There'll be questions later on, right? Questions later on. Cyrus started it. I blame everyone. Right, we're over here now. But didn't Jorg say at some point, update to 2024 SDK was easy? They even had an example that took an hour to upgrade, so that was a lie. Well, it wasn't necessarily a lie. So, Mr. 90, here's the thing, right? If you're an add-on developer, and you create add-ons based on what the SDK will allow you to do, i.e. you follow the SDK as intended. Well, it's a simple fix. That's a simple fix. If, however, you're a developer that can, you know, kind of blurry the lines of what the SD can and can't do and create custom code to make a lot of stuff to work, and that's, let's face it, the vast majority of excellent add-on creators, that is what they have to do. Now, some of them can work around it. They get on the phone to Asoba and say, hey, I need you to make this happen. But a lot of developers kind of have to come up with a custom solution. A2A, for the most part, they all have to do it to an extent, right? So that's where it becomes a little bit more tricky. Do you know what I mean? So if you operate this the way we have shown you how to, as intended, well, then it should be relatively easy. But if you go outside of what we've shown you, that's going to be more difficult. I think that's kind of roughly, I think roughly that's where we're going at. Right. He's talking to himself. There is no Mrs. there. We would have heard her. It's grand acting there, Merv. She was there. Mr. Two-Tone, they think I'm just talking to myself. Huh? I don't do that. They can't hear you, so it's even worse now. It's like I'm shouting at myself. Come down there for a minute and give out to them, will you? She'll come out and give out to me now. This is supposed to be like the wife's time. This is when one watches the soaps. We all ramble in here, not to watch Coronation Street, not to watch EastEnders, or even Glenroe, friends. No, we come in here to do flight sim stuff. Meanwhile, my significant other... Hello, dear.
Why would I give out to them?
Because they're saying I was talking to myself.
Sure, you do talk.
I never talk to myself.
Oh my God, you talk to yourself every day.
It's not like I'm walking around the house. Ha, Jesus, Murphy, you did it again.
Okay, so when you were figuring out how to get all the sound...
No, that's different. That's different. No, that's troubleshooting. That's me needing to hear a voice of reassurance.
So you were like, so that goes in there, and now I need to plug this cable into this cable, and this cable into this cable. Oh yeah, Egypt mode. Absolutely. You do talk to
I don't talk to myself.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Yes.
I don't know I do. Sometimes it walk.
Talk in your sleep as well.
Do I talk in my sleep?
Yeah.
What do I say in my sleep?
God knows.
Oh.
I can't understand you.
It's fluent gibberish. Yeah. I've often walking. Oh yeah, when I scream in my sleep, if I'm having a nightmare, she recorded this one night and played it back. That's how bad this was. I was having a nightmare. So in my dreams or in my nightmares, I'm like, ah! right, really loud. But in reality, what was really happening was...
Is that
Right.
Is that when you fell over? That is...
I didn't fall over. That's CGI. Like, I'd fall off my chair. This fella. Come on out of that.
What happened the other day with Two-Tone Jr.? And
I fell off the chair twice. But that's because I was bending down very far. You know, I was trying to put stuff in where, you know, you shouldn't be sitting on a chair.
you call you're a manual handling instructor.
I once was an instructor of manual handling. Yes, those who can't do, teach, dear.
And
You know.
who's Egypt and who's Egypter?
I've never decided that yet. I don't know who it is. I'm a bigger
It's
Egypt.
like Dumb and Dumber.
No, it's not like Dumb and Dumber. Although I did send Gibbo a picture where the dumb, like, we need to get these. Like, we probably will. I reckon at Expo.
It is.
Yeah. Pull over. No, it's a jumper, but thanks for asking. Brilliant. Right, we need to continue on with the stuff now. See, I told you I wasn't talking to myself. You showered a great bunch.
You still can't hear me.
They can't hear you. Well, I hope they can. Can you hear her?
It's like you're talking to yourself again.
I don't talk to myself.
Yes, you do.
Zybok Doc is here. It's good to see you. It's terrible. Well, hello from Tipperary, Zybok. Jesus. Where's me stuff and things? I couldn't tell you. Right, we're over here now, look. So, we are known as Karen Murphy. Yes, well, I went to be Karen. It was grand, though. It was grand. Julie, who? What? Wait, no, we're over here, look. Yeah, I'm catching up now. Brilliant. Brazil is mentally priced, isn't it, Mr. Dan? Buying a game in Brazil or Turkey is a bigger chunk in your wage than the rest of the world, says it. Jesus. The A380 is tomorrow. Indeed, and it is. Right, as we're catching up, this is great crack. Harvey Norman, a.k.a. Hardly Normal in my neck of the woods. Harvey now, or go Harvey go. Yes. They reckon around 4 p.m. tomorrow? Oh, nice. Okay. The most VATSIM plane? Probably. Yeah, there is a list of airports somewhere. Have a look at FlightByWire, you'll see it, right? Right, now, let's continue on. Get a kippa. A kippa? What's a kippa? A good evening, gang, says Helric. Welcome aboard, man. Must be CGI. Right. Now, Daz Higgy, good to see you. Daz Tiara, get a new head, Murph. What? Brilliant. I've been saying that for years. If only I could buy myself a new head. R.A. Scott is in the house. Welcome aboard. Who else is here? Ailerons into wind. Manchester takes the A380 3 flights a day from Emirates. Jesus, does it? Manchester. Does Birmingham take them as well? Kean Lafford is in the house. Good to see you, Kean. You're looking well. Dazzy Arab says, evening, Murph. Today I got someone to read something that had no significance at all, but it was entertaining to see it on the stream. No. Brilliant. I've just been dazzled. Jesus, where's the button? I need to press it. Oh!
The thing is, the recognition on your face when you know you've read something that you shouldn't read.
Yeah. It's if I could speak it, I'd be...
That's why you're Egypter.
Tough crowd. Ford Axe, good to see you. Jesus now. Kanzui is here. Hello. The voice quite right. Murphy is getting senile and he shouts to himself all the time. Come down, we need to hear this. That's the intentions. No in-flight movies. Hang on, we've lots to do tonight now, right? Simon is in the house. It's good to see you, man. That was as manly as he gets, right? That isn't creepy at all. Yeah. Take a guess, right? In programming, we call that rubber duck debugging, says Dux. Explaining a problem to someone or something out loud sometimes helps finding the solution. So I was rubber duck debugging. I'm going to use that. What are you doing, Murph? I'm rubber duck debugging. Wait, what? Yeah, rubber duck bug. Wait, rubber duck debugging. Yes, that'll work. Right, now we're over here, look. Buttons. Best conversations I have are with myself, says Ailerons. Raoul is in the house from FS Reborn, 22 months. Raoul, you absolute scholar. Thank you very much indeed, man. Sir Campsalot is in the house. Welcome aboard. Tima is here. Sky Perrion, welcome in. Dan, 1878. Glasgow twice a day. And Birmingham. Jesus, lads. Right, now. Dowler gifted a tier 1 sub to Ailerons. Thank you very much indeed, Dowler, you absolute ledge. Right, giving them some shtick. Wait, what? They do, I believe. Cardiff can take it as a diversion. Heathrow takes them like every 20 minutes. Jesus. Boeing 82 is in the house. Good to see you, man. Right, over here now, quick. We've lots to do tonight, lads. I don't have time for this. But I do. It only takes a minute, right? George is in the house. Good to see you. Sean Duff, welcome aboard. Moose, Knuckle Life is here. Good to see you, Moose. Who else is here now? John C, good to see you. Duffman. Leonardo Da Vinci is in the house. Nelly. Jack M, the Router. Spiner. The Limbics is in the house. Live stream time. I'm doing the work lurk. Good to see you, Limbics. Bernard the Wonder Badger. Greetings and salutations, he says. And to you. Michael Chamberlain. Nightmare, you're in the house. HML Sim. Nick Flight X. Welcome aboard, man. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Maddie Lynn is here. Reaper, good to see you. Zappel is in the house. Byron, you're looking well. Sparky Sven is here. Sparky is also here. Belgium is in the VR house. You're welcome in, dude. Welcome in. Right, who else is here? Steve Stavros is here. Good to see you, man. Who else? It's very busy. Monty is in the house. VR Flight Sim Guy. You're very welcome in. He says, I always talk to myself. Looking forward to chatting with you soon. Love the Crystal Light video. Thank you very much indeed, Steve. Do you talk to yourself? Right. Usually I have a conversation with myself in my head. You know, I mean, it doesn't be audible. Sometimes I zone out, you know. And then I come back and I just had the greatest conversation now, lads. You'd never guess what I was talking about. That's, you know what I mean?
Jason. Big switch, good buddy.
Oh no, Adam Controls is here. We haven't even started. Jesus, welcome in, lads. Hope you're well. We're nearly there. Patrick Doyle, good to see you. Who else is here? Patrick says, hello, and hello. Good to see you. Simon is here as well. When you talk to yourself, you know the conversation will be good and the answers will make perfect sense. Yes, I find that as well. There. Indeed. Hello there, Neon Engineer. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Now, let me see. Time Lord is in the house. Adam, thank you very much indeed. Adam, you were talking about your... Jesus. You were talking about a spice bag. A spice bag. Now, to our American viewers, effectively what it is, you get it from a Chinese. This makes total sense. The most uniquely Irish cuisine is a Chinese, right? A Chinese takeaway. Emphasising the takeaway. And what it is, a spice bag is basically, you know, fries with like peppers, onions, spice. What else to get in a spice? Oh, chicken. There's Two-Tone Jr. What else to get in a spice bag? So Adam Controls. You know what Adam got in his? He got all of that with buffalo sauce and a bit of garlic sauce thrown in for good measure.
Sweet, sour, curry.
You put sweet and sour and curry together? And egg fried rice. Jesus. Now, that's what he does. Imagine that, and spice, and you get the bag, right? Raoul is back. Good to see you, Raoul. Now, let me see. Sean Dale got botted by the bot. You poor old devil, you. I'm not great at maths, but I think it's more than 5. Not at all. Lieben Sumo, good to see you. I'm in and out of the stream with picture in picture as I'm in a rifle scope shopping. Shh. Don't read that out loud. It is too late, ailerons. It's too late. He's off to buy a rifle. Zit says, I think the salt and pepper chicken is American with fries. I think so. Rick McKinney, thank you very much indeed with a prime sub. Thank you very much, dude. Right, will we get to it now? I think we will. There's a button that turns off the light. Wait now for this transition. It took me ages. That's when we talk about how we make transitions and how
dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
When we talk about, I'm about to bite me tongue because I jumped. Jesus. Right, when we talk about transitions, you know what I mean? Yes, you can go to all these fancy websites. We'll build you transitions. But the best thing to do is make your microphone.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I won't do it now. It's in the wrong angle. Right, but you make your microphone do kind of... Right. And people are saying, but what is he doing? It makes total sense. Now, let me see. DeVito, good to see you.
Yeah, baby.
Jesus. Yeah. More buttons being pressed. Leap and Sumo just gifted 5 tier 1 subs, the devil, on Twitch, no less. Thank you very, very much indeed. Lads, if you've just received a tier 1 subscription, that gives you access to all our emotions. All our emotions. Our emotes. We'll do be sure to say thank you. It also gives you access to our members area on Discord, by the way. Do you know? And every now and again, I'll raffle off. Well, I won't. Yeah, it's not really a raffle. It's a giveaway. We do a giveaway. And, you know, previous prizes have included a pair of pre-worn Crocs. Wonderful add-ons for your life to make you look and sound better. Right. Thought you were going to do the airplane voice you did on the video. I can do that, but you won't hear it because I have it pressed on a button. Oh, I need to talk to... I've people to talk to because I got asked. People are asking me technical questions like, how did you do that, Murph? And I'm like, wait till I tell you. Whatever way I did it, lads, I can guarantee you it's pure janky. Pure janky, right? It's not a raffle, but you do get a ticket and you might win a prize. Correct. Right, lads, what we're looking at here, this is from Orbx, right? And it's called the Wolf Pits. And we're at a new airfield as well. We'll dive into all of this now shortly. But it is an aerobatic plane that will make you want to immediately vomit. So we'll be checking that one out now here in a few moments. But to start us off on tonight's business, well, we need to go over to the news. No, come leg or I'll drag you. There we go. So we're going to start off with the news. And a big shout out to the peoples who have brought us the news. Vasco over at MSFSaddons.com, to Callum and all the lads at FS Elite. This is where we get our news from, right? Check it out in VR, right? I should do that live. We'll do it live. Right. As we all know, friends, the A380X, the open alpha, is due to launch tomorrow on Halloween. Invented by the Irish was Halloween. That one you can take to the bank. But anyway, what can we expect from this aircraft when it releases? Well, first and foremost, it's free. What? Yes, friends, it's free. As promised, FlyByWire went live last Saturday, and they went through this kind of special out of the hangar live stream. All right. The event is marked by a significant moment for simmers worldwide who are eager to be, just blown away by what the A380 can expect. Now, it is an open alpha, so it's not the finished product. This is something that they're going to continue to work on. What FlyByWire have said, it can do the basics of a VATSIM flight. It'll get you from A to B. That's good news. We know it includes their EFB. It has a lot of features already active. There's a lot of stuff not yet active. So we have to kind of somewhat manage our expectations. However, the showcase that we saw, one of the biggest releases in terms of what FlyByWire have ever worked on. They're 4 years cooking this one up, and it is that of the largest passenger aircraft in the world. This thing is friggin' nuts. Jesus!
Slap my thigh and call me daddy. It's my favourite Irish man. When can you show me your APU?
Ah, Jesus! Briggsy, thanks very much for the bits. Bloody hell. The AP, well, right. It's totally fine, right? That scared the crap out of me as well. This aircraft is built to hold, am I right in saying 800 passengers? 800, right? Now, I don't think it does. I think it carries like 5. Absolutely nuts, right? Now, there was a video, the stream went on for about an hour or so. It's a freeware aircraft, right? And we're looking forward to an awful lot of stuff. The alpha stage, there's already a number of avionics systems working. It has the brake to vacate technology, allowing pilots to optimize runway exits, runway overrun warning and protection, onboard airport navigation system, and a highly detailed electronic centralized aircraft monitoring system, or ECAM. Also, the EFB seems to be up and running, designed to handle complex failures. There's about 140 different failure types available, and it also includes realistic flight dynamics with physics-based simulations for the wing, the rudder, and the elevator flex. Nice. Visual fidelity and sound design. It's visually and audibly impressive. The 3D modelling and texturing meticulously crafted, capturing the essence of the A380's massive structure. If you're into that sort of thing, it's a big, massive, heavy yoke. The cabin, modelled after an Emirates A380 layout, features all the major sections, including the economy, premium economy, business, and Murph class. This attention to detail extends to the cockpit, where the high-resolution textures showcase wear, tear, which all add to the realism. Anyway, due to release tomorrow, do be sure to grabbeth the FlyByWire installer. They confirmed that they will be making this compatible with Flight Sim 2024. Converted, right? Not upgraded. They might have to look at that if they want to go down that route, but this will be a conversion, right? And of course, they're saying it complies with VATSIM procedures, including holding patterns, diversions, and different approach types. Nice. Pretty cool, right? CP DLC, not yet available, but they are planning to release it later on in life, all right? So that's kind of it. There's also going to be a sim brief profile. And again, if you want to take this machine out on a VATSIM flight, just do your due diligence, figure out what airports can take it. There's nothing worse if a Muppet lands in and blocks up the whole shebang, and you can potentially get yeeted off the network. So just be careful of that, right? You will see an awful lot of A380s now flying on VATSIM, which is cool, right? It is cool, because even in the real world, there's kind of a reignition of all this aircraft. There's more of these aircraft. They're starting to come back. And like one went and there was one of these down in Knock, or the cross up in Knock. Ireland is great. You'd be in Donegal and go down to Cork, but you'd be in Cork and go down to Donegal. It doesn't really make sense. But there was one of these in Knock, and they were using it there to break it down. As in, they're going to just break it, right? So Knock can take an A380, which is interesting. But anyway, great news. It's due to release tomorrow, and people are going to have an awful lot of fun flying this. So fingers crossed it all goes well for FlyByWire. Now, PMDG have released a massive update for the 737 fleet. I'm not sure did I cover this last week, but I'll go quickly. 2.5 years after the launch, the 737s have just received a very substantial update, and the most significant update since the aircraft debut. They didn't just tweak a few settings here, right? It's a major leap forward in the 737 line, incorporating features and technologies.
So, it was proven tonight. Murphy does. Talk to Himblurp.
Himblurp?
The missus confirmed it.
Yes.
It sounds like he even scares Himblurp talking to Himblurp in his sleep.
I imagine it was supposed to say himself, but poor El More Than Freedom said Himblurp. That's hilarious, Scott. Anyway, the features here, they've basically taken what they've learned from developing the 777, right? And now they're dialing them back into the 737 fleet. A major focus on the update, the integration of Navigraph charts, the nav data suite, based on the 424 standard. We now have these natively inside the EFB. Also, the flight model have been enhanced, improved flight dynamics, including updated logic control for ground handling, all that sort of jazz is there as well. The vertical and lateral navigation systems have also seen enhancements, offering smoother and more realistic path tracking, which is pretty cool. The Universal Flight Tablet has received a comprehensive overhaul, incorporating new features with better interaction with the aircraft. You can now manage the ground services, perform maintenance tasks, and handle various fuel and equipment operations now directly from the tablet, which is brilliant. Additionally, the integration of Navigraph's AirAC cycle data within the tablet provides for seamless updates for PC and Xbox users, making Navigraph data management more straightforward. This is huge. Autoflight and Systems Update has been enhanced as well, targeting the AFDS role and the vertical modes to optimize guidance performance. That's also working on the VNAV stuff. Carlos, thank you very much indeed for the follow. Hello, welcome in. The update also introduced simulated Asobo weather radar returns on the aircraft displays. However, it is a little bit limited. It really just looks at precept and not depicting a full weather radar simulation, but at least it's in there, right? The update process now available for users who purchased the 737 from PMDG, and the other updates will be coming in early November. There's lots. The Operations Center, the 737s, and then all the release notes. So if you have the Operations Center, it's going to be updated, and your 737 fleet will now avail of this brand new update. Great news from PMDG. Now, tonight we're showing this one off. Orbx releasing the Wolf Pitts Pro and Maitland Airport from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Two new additions from Orbx, the Wolf Pitts Pro and Maitland Airport. You can buy them separately or together at a discounted bundle. The releases bring the excitement of Paul Bennett's airshow performances to the sim. It has a detailed environment and an aircraft designed for aerobatic enthusiasts. The Wolf Pitts Pro, now available in the sim, designed and hand-built by Steve Wolf. This aerobatic airplane, flown by Paul Bennett in his popular airshow displays, powered by a 400 horsepower Lycoming engine weighing just 1,200 pounds. The Wolf Pitts Pro reaches a cruise speed of 185 knots and a top speed of 224 knots. The design, featuring 4 ailerons covering almost the entire wingspan, enables a rapid roll rate, making it well suited for high-level aerobatic maneuvers. Orbx's virtual rendition of the aircraft was created using reference materials from Paul Bennett, aiming for accuracy both inside and out. The cockpit includes details directly from Bennett's setup, such as flight notes with a dedicated instrument for monitoring engine performance. The aircraft also features an authentic Paul Bennett airshow livery. And we're going to be checking this one out, right? Alongside the Wolf Pitts Pro, Orbx have also released Maitland Airport, also known as Russell Field. It's a small general aviation airfield just north of, is it Brisbane or Sydney? Have a look on the map, Murph. It's just north of Sydney, right? We'll show you here in the map here anyway. But this is where he keeps his airplane. This is actually where it's hangared. Paul Bennett's, that's where he keeps the whole thing, which is kind of cool, right? Anyway, we'll have a look at this here now in a moment. The aircraft on its own, it's about 28 Australian, that's about 17 euro or about, you know, $19. The airport on its own is about $10, but if you buy the two of them together, combined price of about, you know, $22. So there's actually a good saving if you buy them as a package. Right, it's going to be made compatible with the upcoming Flight Sim 2024. The updates may be required following the new version's release. All right, okay, good stuff. Next up, lads, Salty Simulations have released their EFB, finally, for the 747-8. Now, it has to be said, this mod only works with the Salty aircraft, not that of the default 747. But that shouldn't be a big to-do. What we have here, the long-awaited EFB is now available, bringing a range of new tools to aid in both pre-flight prep and in-flight management. Available in the mod's development version, the EFB has been anticipated by the community for over a year and a half, and it does promise to be a leap forward in functionality for users of Salty's popular mod. The new features would have Navigraph chart integration, SimBrief compatibility, local file management, that's for storing and accessing documents directly from within the sim. It has the, where's this now? Is that working title? Or weight settings for synchronization, working title settings synchronization, fuel and management, or fuel and payload management, ground services control, which is great, and then real-time weather information. And this is pretty cool. You can pick this up through the FlyByWire installer as well. And well, we're now good. We're now good. So if you want to be flying in your 747s, the Salty mod, well, they now have a brand new EFB. That should be a game changer to a lot of people when it comes to flying the 747, right? Great news there. Now, virtual RAAS, runway alert or runway awareness advisory service or system, right? It's a new universal RAAS unit for all aircraft. Gibbo Ireland is here. Good to see you, Gibbo. We're going to be showcasing this one now tonight as well. It's a brand new developer. Have announced a new universal RAAS system for all aircraft in the sim. The new product, aptly named vRAAS, being developed by a new developer called Land 3 Simulations, and it includes an impressive array of features, right? For those who don't know, it stands for Runway Awareness and Advisory System, and it gives pilots more situational awareness when operating aircraft on or near runways. Anyone who's been flying the 737 MAX, you've already heard it. Approaching runway 2, that voice, right? Anyway, it's also able to advise you on the runway with audio and visual alerts and when you're flying an unstable approach. vRAAS includes all the standard functionality you would expect from a RAAS system, including visual displays on the PFDi and MD, although this is still work in progress, distinct sounds for advisory and caution alerts, and a dynamic too fast alert depending on your target speed. All in all, the product aims to ensure that you operate the aircraft safely. There is a full compatibility list with the vast majority of popular aircraft, all the default aircraft work. There are some footnotes for very small handful of aircraft add-ons, but your favourite plane is likely to be fully supported. It also works with every single airport. Every single airport. And we have this, we're going to take it for a bit of a blast here now. It was developed by a real-world 757 pilot. And this is their first entry into making a program, inside of Microsoft Flight Sim. So we're going to be checking it out. I don't have a price for this just yet. It's due to release tomorrow. So we'll have a look at it here tonight and see what you guys think. Banas is here. Good to see you, man. You're very welcome in. Right, moving on. TFDi Design providing a development update for their MD-11. This did get an update. It focuses on what is to come with a new build, including brand new sounds, improved modelling, and flight dynamics. Starting with the sounds, the team have been working with developer Echo 19. We all know and love the work Echo 19 does, in order to create an overhauled sound package, including brand new recordings, improved mechanical sounds, APU sound improvements, and additional ground roll, wind sound, and more. You can listen to a sample below on the article from FS Elite. It's worth noting that the sounds are specific to the Microsoft Flight Sim version of the MD-11.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a short video showcase.
I don't know. Some soundage here. Let's have a listen. Echo 19 sounds, right? So what we're listening to here, lads, this is an Echo 19 sound pack which is being developed with the updated MD-11. In addition to the sounds, the team have been overhauling the exterior modelling, taking a bit longer than hoped as Ozzy from TFDi Design has been going over the model with a fine-tooth comb. Missing parts that have been added, smaller objects added, and the overall detail has also been improved. Then they're going to give it an update when it comes to their textures. Nice. As far as the systems go, there's been a review of various systems, including the ILS. 10 separate issues are now resolved and the experience is much more reliable than before. The engines have also been retuned to even further refinements. TFDi Design did not share exactly when the updates would drop. I'm not sure. They obviously didn't release this yet. I thought they did. But they're working on it very, 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 very soon. Right? MD-11 is getting a lot of love. It is a spectacular aircraft, lads. The MD-11, it's a cracker in the sim. So, yeah, this is great news indeed. Now, moving on. Is it Orid Airport? It's named after St. Paul the Apostle, I think, right? Anyway, this is a brand new release from SoFly. Following on from the announcement last week, SoFly have released the Orid, St. Paul the Apostle Airport from Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's located in where is it now? Is North Macedonia's second busiest airport and sees the likes of Wizz Air, TUI, LOT Polish Airlines and more visit the airport, right? Allegedly talking to the missus. Wait, you're still going on about that? We proved it. I don't talk to myself. Well, no, I do. Wait, it's called duck debugging or something. Brilliant. Right, anyway, the product comes with attention to detail throughout, including smaller objects such as CCTV cameras, animated flags, air conditioning units and more. They also have an interactive technology that the airport doors open as you approach them, along with parking barriers. Dynamic snow build-up will also appear during certain times of the year. A lot of stuff going on here. The airport itself is set alongside the mountain range of, is it Galicia? But one of the approaches taking place right over Lake Orid. It offers a challenge and scenic views throughout the year. We have a little video here to show you. It's available now. You can pick it up over on SoFly or Sim Market. Anybills have it as well, as do Contrail and Orbx. And it's around £9, Great British, plus tax, right? Marketplace version for PC and Xbox is on the way. And a free update will be released to make it fully compatible with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Shall we go in and have a gawk? Let's have a gawk. Right, hide me and play some music with the thing with the stuff on the yoke. Now, I have to say this. Scott Fabian is very bad for you. So it's pronounced Orid. Thank you, Nightsep. So Lake Orid, right? Or Orid Airport. I have to say, lads, right? Okay, yes, it is another scenery. But SoFly have added in some nice features here. Did you notice the doors opening as you approach them? That's potentially huge for Flight Sim 2024. That's deadly, isn't it? The doors just, they open. It's magic, right? But great work out of SoFly, another scenery on the way, and it's priced very competitively, £9 Great British pounds, plus taxes. Let's call it, I don't know, $14, give or take. But yeah, release now. Great stuff. So, this, friends, is huge. We saw a little preview of this the last time NZA released their scenery, right?
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Jesus! Let me see. Hank Coppert, thank you very much indeed. Becoming a member over on YouTube. Thank you very much indeed, man. Really do appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the family. And right, wait till you see this. These lads make some of the most breathtaking scenery, does NZA or NZA, right? Absolutely incredible. They've now gone and made Wanaka. We've flown here many times in the sim with our group flights, but they've done not just Wanaka Airport, they've added in over 5,000 square kilometres, bringing the depth and beauty of the South Island to life. This latest scenery, on the heels of when they released Milford Sound, it's a scenic airfield renowned for its role in the regional tourism and its biannual Wings over Wanaka Air Show. Do you remember it now? The airport acts as a base for exploring the Otago's high country, attracting light aircraft and helicopter pilots. I've been here in the real world. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's gorgeous, right? It's gorgeous. Anyway, they finally released it, but look at the amount of stuff they've included. It includes the Maracora airstrip, Wanaka's Lake Health Centre heliport, as well as remote spots in the Huerkea Chalet and aspiring helicopters. Each site offers unique scenery and authentic touches such as custom-built hangars, animated windsocks, and even hangar doors that open upon landing. The scenery uses PBR textures, which help greatly in providing true-to-life surfaces, and the Proline trademark brands, it reflects a new era in flight simulation scenery, built on modern design techniques to recreate the physical world with compelling realism both inside and out. This is huge. Comprehensive 5,000 kilometre square area coverage, multiple airstrips and heliports, detailed 3D interiors, animated elements, and enhanced ground imagery. This is releasing on November 4th. That's next Monday. Do I have I don't think there's a video. But lads, this is going to be absolutely insane. NZA, they make gorgeous sceneries, and like Mount Cook was there. Of course, we have Milford Sound. I'm so much looking forward to Wanaka. This is going to be incredible, incredible. And there's going to be tons of flying because it can take in your general aviation, your warbirds, and of course, all your helicopter flying in all the highland regions around the area. It's just stunning, stunning, right? And again, look at the map, right? There's a huge area there. Loads of stuff. There's a place called Liverpool Hut. There's a place called Liverpool Hut. Look, brilliant. Aspiring Hut, and then you get to Liverpool Hut. And then you get to Colin Todd Hut. All the little huts. But that's pretty good, isn't it? That's awesome. So you're going to need to have the World Update 12 for New Zealand installed. But this is huge news. So it's coming out on November 4th, lads. So we'll be showcasing this one next week for sure. Now, moving on, Astralis Studios bring Boca Raton Airport to the sim. And they've launched a new scenery. It's Kilo Bravo Charlie Tango to simmers with a detailed handcrafted rendition of the South Florida hub. Known for its importance to general aviation, the airport is a gateway for private and corporate flights, and its addition to Microsoft Flight Sim promises to appeal simmers interested in recreating the experience of flying in and out of South Florida's busy skies. The airport spans 214 acres, nestled between the I-95, Spanish River Boulevard, and also the Glades Road. It operates as a GA facility, primarily for private and corporate pilots, featuring 6,276 feet of a runway, suitable for a range of private jets and smaller aircraft. It also houses about 295 aircraft and 125 T-hangars, supporting corporate travel, recreational flying, and flight training. With an FAA contract tower operating from 0700 to 11 p.m. And a steady annual rate of about 60,000 operations. Pilot Barbarossa, thank you very much indeed for the follow. This place looks really nice. Again, we got a little video here. We'll have a look at it. It only goes on for a minute. Let's have a look. And we'll turn that divil into the highest resolution that they have. Disappear me and play music that I hope will fit. I played that one already. Balls. That didn't work. Yeah, that works. Now, I imagine to fly in and out of this airport, one must have to speak very well dressed. As Scott says, lots of rich folks down there. So, yeah, look, it's an airport down in Florida, South Florida. and you want to go exploring it either from the general aviation or indeed the corporate pilot perspective. You can see Signature and Atlantic Aviation FBOs are on site. It'll be fun to do a couple of TBM flights in there as well. Shorts and polo shorts. Yeah, no Crocs in this place. No, Jesus, no. It looks nice, lads. Nice little airport. So in terms of, well, the Benjamins, what's the cost to buy? It's available right now in Contrail and Sim Market. It's about $20 though. $20? Yeah, lads, I don't know. I mean, look at $20. That's like up there for like, okay, if you really want the airport because you know it, you're going to buy it. If it's just an airport, $20. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a little bit on the high priced side. That's just my own perspective though. Your opinions, of course, matter more. But I think $20 for just the scenery. What are we getting? 40 custom model buildings, custom textures, ground markings, handcrafted airport surrounds, custom parking spots, detailed airport surroundings. $20 is too much. Sorry, but it just is. Isn't it though? Do you know what I mean? Considering, you know, Renton was $20. I'm just saying. Right, we'll move on. So, Navigraph. Did you see this announcement? This is brilliant. Navigraph have announced a virtual pilot academy to grant simmers a digital private pilot license. This is huge. They've revealed a new initiative set to bring structured pilot training to the flight simulation community. It's going to be called Navigraph Academy. The program is set to introduce a virtual private pilot license course by early 2025, supporting virtual aviators in mastering the principles of aviation with professional grade instruction. Navigraph Academy promises a rigorous, methodically structured course based on real-life flight training standards and an approach the company believes will take simulation training to new heights. Learning to fly in a modern flight sim is now possible thanks to the platforms such as Microsoft Flight Sim, but achieving the skill level akin to a real-world pilot requires comprehensive training, a gap that Navigraph Academy is hoping to fill. The virtual PPL course offers more than just theoretical knowledge. It aims to instill practical skills, English Murphy, that simmers can apply directly within their preferred simulation platforms. Right? There was a little video there. You can have a listen there. They were using X-Plane for some of it.
Today's flight simulators are awe-inspiring technological marvels, offering unparalleled realism and stunning world-spanning visuals.
I'll probably get in trouble for the music.
Such realism demands a lot of its virtual pilots.
So the idea behind this product, lads, it's going to be a way that will train you how to be a virtual pilot. And they're basing it on a virtual PPL course. So in the real world, if you want to get your private pilot license, you need 40 to 45 hours minimum of real world flying the aircraft. And that's coupled with a further, 40 or 50 ground school hours. And it'll cost you anywhere between 10 to 15,000 euros. Right. What Navigraph are going to try and do is make this available to flight simmers. So there's certain things, the human factors in real world flying, well, they don't necessarily need to cover all of that. But when you talk about, meteorology, the forces of flight, communication, Jesus, what else? Navigation, all these other important aspects of general flying, well, they're going to include all of this. And we don't have any details about the release date. We know it's coming in 2025. We've no details. Is this going to be a module that you add on to your current subscription? We don't know yet. But this is a new direction for Navigraph. It's a new direction for Flight Sim, I think, because think about it. Navigraph is accessible through the web, through the phone, and through the sim. Right? It's very accessible. And Navigraph is also there on Xbox, depending on some of the aircraft, right? So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So there's a full curriculum that we can have a look at over on their website, and the product page now live. They have course instructors and the lads who are behind it to make it all work. Building your theoretical foundation, bridging the gap between simulation and reality. This is something I was going to work on. I mean, I've done my ground school ticket, right? This was something I was going to do, and then I'm saying, oh Jesus, look, Navigraph are doing it, right? But it means then you can potentially learn to fly the basic airmanship or piloting, right, through Navigraph. This is potentially huge, lads. Potentially huge. And anyone who knows and uses Navigraph and, you know, how complex and yet how easy it is to navigate through their application, this should be really, really good. I'm looking forward to this big style. So keep your ears kind of pierced for that one. And as soon as I get more information from Navigraph, I would be very happy to showcase it. Now, this was postponed, by the way. It's happening this Saturday as we discuss everything we expect from Flight Sim 2024. It was postponed last week because, well, FlyByWire were on the show and a couple of lads weren't there. But this coming Saturday at 1900 Zulu, multiple media and content creators will be live. I'll be there, 2-to-1Murphy. Blue Games will be there, and I think Sergio Costa will be there, and we also have MSFS add-ons and so on. It's basically a chat. We all got a chance to use the alpha, right? And we also used another version of the sim when we went to the Grand Canyon a little bit earlier, well, a month or two ago, right? So it's basically just having an old chat about it. Is this still a simulator for core simmers? Do the flight dynamics feel the same? How will the cloud-based architecture change the user experience? What will compatibility look like? And is the upgrade worth the price? Some of the questions that we're going to be chatting about and getting some answers to, that's all happening this Saturday at 1900 Zulu. I'll post it on a Discord of what to do. Now, we're almost there, lads. Orbx made a statement regarding Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 content. Interesting. We saw this because, well, we saw the live stream tonight from the MSFS official channel. So with the advent of Microsoft Flight Sim just 3 weeks away, third-party devs are now returning their attention to how they'll bring their products forward to the new sim. Orbx is one such developer who has made a fresh statement on what they will be doing further content in the sim. They said that they expect to make a smooth transition for most of their products, which should come to no surprise considering they were some of the first to be involved with the development of the new sim. Orbx said that they will prioritise their most recent and popular products. There may be some instances where Orbx will upgrade products to take advantage of the new sim features, and in some cases Orbx said they may ask customers to pay a small upgrade fee. Considering that some of the products are well over 4 years old now, a lot of technology has come a long way and there are some clear and obvious advances in how to render products in the sim. As with any other developer in the community, we will do our best to keep you updated with the upcoming 2024 status. That's from FS Elite. So Orbx are saying, yeah, listen, most of them are going to work. And we might have to charge for some of them. Okay, fair enough. Very good questions that need answering, says Jay Winokur. Absolutely. Good to see you, Jay. Raoul says, I'm not doing statements. I'm just working on it. Yes, that's how it's done, Raoul. No time for waffling. Straight to the point. Go straight to the jugular. The poor devil hasn't slept since last Monday week. Brilliant. That in itself is a grand statement. It just is. Raoul is in the chat, lads, by the way. FS Reborn. Say hello. He might say hello back to you. But then again, he could be very busy. But yeah, listen, that's from Orbx. Interesting. Say intentions, right? Say intentions. Well, they've confirmed full compatibility with 2024. And they're also going to expand the capabilities, right? So we had Brian on there a couple of weeks back chatting, and, you know, we're talking about, like, what could you do in 2024? And he's so excited because he's saying, look, man, you have all these missions. You have all, like, you know, you can fly to oil rigs. You can fly, you know, VIP. You can do search and rescue. The world has, like, completely opened up to what Say Intentions might be able to work on, which is super exciting, right? Now, it's not to say where their product is at right now is finished. I don't think it is. I think AI and this use of the word AI, but it still has a long way to go. Say Intentions, there's no doubt about it. They have a very, very good product. And they've recently released the new, I forget the name of it, but it's basically a one-off price, and it gives you, like, the supporting cast to communicating inside your plane. You can talk to your cabin crew, you can talk to your co-pilot, you know, a tour guide, all that jazz. It just doesn't give you ATC stuff. That's where the subscription comes in, right? But they are moving in the right direction. But I think what they might be able to achieve here, looking at 2024, this could be huge, because if they're able to create that kind of Say Intentions thing, that you're now able to, you know, communicate to ground crews on an oil rig, for example, well, that could be great for immersive experiences. That could be amazing, especially if they throw in more accents. They need more accents. They badly need more accents. There's only a handful of accents in there. Do you know what I mean? Some say I've been added to the list. But anyway, this is exciting news from Say Intention. So they're saying, yeah, 2024, it's going to be grand. We're happy out, fully compatible. We don't have any issues from what they can see. Great news. Now, a little bit of news for X-Plane. We haven't spoken about X-Plane in quite a while because we've been so busy with Microsoft Flight Sim. But I wanted to shout this one out. Just Flight are releasing their PA-28R Turbo Arrow, variant 3 and 4, for X-Plane 12 this week. It's based on their original Turbo Arrow, which worked in X-Plane 11. They've now gotten an upgrade working with Franda, and I believe it's going to be released in the next couple of days for X-Plane 12. And they take full advantage of the X-Plane 12 features, the new lighting, the physics, and all that sort of jazz. So anyone who has the Just Flight aircraft in X-Plane, the X-Plane 11 aircraft behave relatively okay at the moment in X-Plane 12, but this is kind of the extra oomph. And it's great news from Just Flight, a development team who are so flat out busy. Once available, Just Flight confirmed that there will be a bundle version available, which will combine the Arrow 3 and Arrow 4. No talk of price for the upgrade. It could be a brand new one. Don't know if there are going to be discounts. But again, if you are a Just Flight pilot over on the X-Plane platform, well, good news because the Turbo Arrow is on the way. That's going to be working natively inside X-Plane 12. AKD Studio releases a GLF 650. It's basically a Gulfstream, but they're not allowed to call it a Gulfstream for obvious legal reasons. It's available now for X-Plane 11 and 12. It features the Gulfstream 650, or as they like to call it, GLF, and well, it's a business jet. AKD Studio released a much anticipated GLF 650 based on the popular G650 from American aircraft manufacturer Gulfstream Aerospace, but not directly called up by the developer due to legal reasons. Gulfstream, they won't even allow you to put their name on anything. Unless, if you buy a Gulfstream, they'll give you their simulator. Simple as that, right? Anyway, the BizJet typically sees between 11 and 18 passengers in ultra-luxury accommodations. This aircraft, highly popular with kind of, business leaders, world leaders, all this sort of jazz, politicians, right? And the release includes both a standard range and also the long range, the extended range model, 7,000 nautical miles without refuel. What? Contains many custom developed systems, including environmental, electrical, flight control, and fire protection. It has a custom heads-up display, flight management system, an automatic flight system with fully custom LNAV and VNAV. Custom MFD includes aircraft normal and abnormal checklists, and many system synoptic pages. The electronic flight bag can be used to control the aircraft's refueling, ground services, static elements, and loading. It has SimBrief integration via the EFB, which allows a SimBrief flight plan to be imported directly into an active flight. Nice. It's available now via the xplane.org store, priced at $44.95 US. Customers have also purchased the GLF 550 business jet. Well, you get a 25% discount if you buy the 650. That's kind of a welcome price, lads. But bear in mind, if you want to jump into X-Plane because you think it looks pretty, it can. But just be aware, it's a different kind of simulator. X-Plane is very much focused on one direction. Microsoft, I think, is trying to, tick many boxes. It does everything fairly well. X-Plane, it tends to lean very much in one direction. They're going for the engineering side, the simulation side, the physics side. Right? But if you have X-Plane, I don't need to sell it to you. You know what the crack is. It's still a very, very good simulator. And with something like this, a business jet, in particular, a Gulfstream, it's pretty good, right? Hey, Conti is here. Good to see you, my man. A lot of devs don't attach real manufacturers' branding. But they can't. Because they say, no, we don't want that there. Or worse, they'll file a lawsuit, which is nuts, right? In relation to Just Flight and the Tornado, Mr. Dan, no news just yet. The RJ is coming soon. I can tell you that, right? You said X-Plane 3 times, it summoned me. Brilliant. But it's great to see. I'm like, okay, look, get rid of the music now, but the video is a low frame rate. But you get the idea, right? There's a depth of systems in this. And of course, using the new X-Plane lighting, everything looks that little bit more punchier. And of course, the camera system is incredible in X-Plane. It just is. Flyby mode as well. So if you're an X-Plane pilot, you know the crack. All right. Now, lads, this weekend we'll see World Flight kick into action. And this is the route, direction of travel. They're going to start off in the land down under, Australia, starting on the 2nd of November blasting off out of Sydney, and they're going to be heading up through Asia, down into Africa, up into Europe. Old Dublin gets a mention, back across Europe, go on up then Bucharest, Riga, St. Petersburg in Russia, go on up then into Scandinavia, across to Greenland, down into St. John's, into Canada, down into the United States, down through the Bahamas, into South America, back up through Mexico, Vegas, out to Honolulu, back into Asia, and then on the way back down to Sydney. World flight. This is a huge event, and it's raising money for charities, and it's going to be taking place over the next couple of days. Now, when it's kicking off, starts on Saturday and it runs for an entire week. Now, this is pretty cool, right? Because some of the teams who are flying here, they tend to have full cockpit solutions, a full kind of setup, right? So you have the QFA-25, SimFest are going to be there with their Speedbird 747, and so on and so on. And there's also a number of streamers. Conti, are you doing some of the World Flight this year? You did it last year, I think. It's going to be pretty cool. There's going to be a lot of airliner flights happening over the next week, as you know, everyone is taking part in World Flight. As much as you can. There you go. So lads, do be sure to check out Conti when he's flying, and you know, give him the motivation that he needs when he's on the red eye shift, right? But yeah, it's so cool. Like it's around the world flight, and it's been done in a week. And depending on the teams, the official teams who are flying it, they have a roster of different pilots, and they'll all fly. I heard Chewy saying he's flying at like something like 4 a.m. or something. But it's pretty cool. We'll be able to track the whole flight. Worldflight.center. I'll pop this link into the chat if you're interested in looking at it. And you'll also notice, because all the areas they're flying to, they should have full ATC coverage, Dublin being one of them, right? So it should be a bit of crack. You're definitely going to see the A380 on this. You're definitely going to see the salty 747 as well. So lots of interesting news there. Now, in the last bit of news, when it comes to VATSIM, what's happening on over the weekend? Well, there is a FlyByWire A380X release event happening on Saturday. And this is going to be between 11 o'clock and 7 o'clock. It's taking part in Dubai. And VATSIM and FlyByWire Simulations proud to partner up for the exciting launch of the A380X. And much ATC coverage is going to be provided there. Depart from Dubai, home of the largest operator of A380s. And there's going to be loads of stuff going on. Loads and loads and loads of stuff going on. So that's happening on Saturday between 11 and 7. All right. Briggs says, is it true that it's been leaked? Yeah, there's talks. I think there was someone was streaming it, I think, and they got in trouble. But yeah, but like if it is leaked, it's an older version, I would imagine. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, it's due to release in a couple of hours, or at least that's the hope. So that's pretty cool there from FlyByWire and VATSIM. Right, friends, back into the sim, and we have a bit of time to go through what it is we want to go through. So we're starting off. Oh, hang on, I nearly forgot to do something. Jesus, I forgot to mention this. The Spooktacular sale, friends, from AnyBuilds. Spooky vision. I want to talk to you about this. There's a sale now. Right now, between October 24th and November 3rd, and it's all over on AnyBuilds. So I'm going to go to the website and show you some of the sales we can have a quick look at. For instance, Charleston is there for $12. What else do we have? The IXEG sound pack. What's that for? What platform is that? That P3D? X-Plane 12, sorry. X-Plane 12. IXEG, what was I saying? What else do we have here? Now we can click to say, well, look, just show me Microsoft Flight Sim stuff. If that's what you're interested in. 392 items are on sale from AnyBuilds. How cool is that? Right, let's have a look. Let me see. Scardu is there. Munster is there. Gulfport is there. The Modern Cities, by the way, from Samsung. These are really good, lads. They're only $10 right? What else do we have here? Next page, quick look. Barry is there. Aspen. Aspen is only £3. Jesus. What else do we have? Jersey by FlyX, that was pretty decent. That's only a tenner. Manchester City is there from Samsung. That's only £8. The T33, there's a fiver basically off that. £5 off. €19.20. Nothing wrong with that. Dubrovnik from AnyBuilds, that's a cracker. That's half price. Half price for Dubrovnik. Nice. Cairo's in there as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ramble over here and show you the sale. Here's a link in the chat. Go off and have a look, lads. There's massive sales to be found, and AnyBuilds are running this up until November the 3rd. Isn't that handy? November 3rd or November? Yeah, November 3rd, lads, right? So go off and have a look at that, and you'll definitely pick up a bargain in there. And they also have stuff for X-Plane and P3D. Right, moving on. We start off with the Paul Bennett's Wolf Pits Pro and the Maitland Airport. So we've seen the pits before, the super pits, right? This is Paul Bennett's one. And of course it has his livery. So you know straight away, lads, just by looking at this thing, yeah, you're going to need a pair of spare jocks, right? And we got tons of all the decals on the thing. Like, isn't it gorgeous? All the sponsorship stuff. So it's very much it's a performance aircraft designed for air shows, right? Designed for air shows. And the location that we're currently sat at, well, this is Paul Bennett's home base. It's in Maitland here in Australia. And well, you can see from the scenery, this is just this neck of the woods. aerohunter.com.au, Paul Bennett Air Shows. And this is the airport itself, look. Royal Newcastle Aero Club, Engineering Workshop. It's a nice quaint little airport, isn't it? All the T-hangers on site as well. So this can be purchased as a bundle for about 20 bucks, right? Or you can pick up just the scenery or just the aircraft. It's entirely up to you. I love flying in Australia in the sim. It's one of my favourite places to go flying because I think they've done a great job at it. And the scenery is so different. I mean, you can Australia has everything. Do you know? It has miles of, like, you know, nothingness, or then it has its mountains, it has beautiful coasts, and well, some of the cities and the photogrammetry that they have. It's very, very nice indeed, right? I love the textures here, look. Royal Newcastle Aero Workshop. Look at the cut of that, look. That's floating scenery, though. Orbx, you need to fix that. The hangar door is literally float. Or maybe it's supposed to. Oh, it is. It's supposed to. Never mind. They don't need to fix anything. It's supposed to be. That's interesting. Any Skodas? I don't believe so. No Skodas. But there's nice buildings there. Parallax glass and all that kind of jazz, right? So I think for the price, lads, for 20 bucks you're getting the plane and you're getting the scenery. Look at all the T-hangers. And you have starting positions over here as well. Jesus, look at that fancy devil with the solar panels on his hangar, look. Right, a Greta lover is there. Australia has a coast, right? I'm well impressed with this. I think it's a nice little scenery. If you want to check it out at night time, the night lighting is done really well. Isn't that pretty? T-hangers are lit up. You can see the runway there. Taxiway lights, all the jazz. And of course, then you have her signage out on the main road. Learn to fly here with Royal Newcastle Aviation Club or Aero Club. It's pretty, isn't it? Vegetation, all the jazz. So it's a nice quaint little airport. But our focus here, lads, apart from the airport, which I think is done quite well, and I like the way they have Paul Bennett stuff here. I'd love to see the hangar doors. Oh, it does! Ah, brilliant! You can be in the hangar. Ah, this is ridiculous. I didn't even know you could do this. There's old Paul Bennett there now, look. Oh, that's kind of nice. I like this. There's a fire blanket over there if you need it. A couple of more pictures. That's cool, isn't it? Hank says, what is the tool that you just used? This one here. This is called Flow Pro. It's from Parallel 42. And I don't think I can operate a flight sim without it. Flow Pro. It's very, very good. This is pretty cool. You can actually be inside this hangar. I like this. And there's a whole load of writing I can't understand. Brilliant. Right. Can we go into this hangar? Yeah, they've done the interiors, lads. That's kind of a nice touch, isn't it? What about the T-hangers? Hardly. You can hardly get into the T-hangers, can you? No. Alright, okay. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Right, let us ramble to our airplane. And let's listen and see what this thing is all about, shall we? So, welcome to the cockpit. Okay, be the Jesus now. 38 litres of fuel. So the fuel tank is here right in front of you. Ferry tank, additional 92 litres. Alright. So we have this kind of stuff. Fly good, don't suck. I say that to myself every day. Then we have all these different aerobatic stuff that you do. photo passes, a knife edge. That's pretty mad. Experimental, naturally enough, the aircraft itself is friggin' nuts. Any click spots here? No, I don't think so. We can open and close the canopy, which is a nice touch. And we have some nice decals here with the engine, a Lycoming IO 540 experimental, right? 380 horsepower. I thought it was 400. Interesting. It's a nice looking machine, this, isn't it? So we'll get the canopy closed. There she be. And well, I suppose we'll start it off and see what happens. Okay. A dining, don't know what that does. Avionics, we should return them on. Oh, it's a dining system. All right, Garmin coming up. Menu. Lean. Okay, you can't do anything with the buttons here. Can you move anything? No. Transponder. Fuel pump. Smoke. The fuel pump works, that's a good sign. So fuel is on the main tank, prop full. Mixture, do we have mixture? Yes, we do. Mixture full. There's a throttle. Okay, elevator trim. This thing sounds dangerous. That's a missed opportunity, so the cables here don't move. I don't know, should they, but they don't. What else we have? The resolution here looks a bit janky, doesn't it? But we're okay. Right, we get the mags on. Fuel booster pump on. And let's see what happens. Clear prop. She's alive. Becker Avionics. So they kind of customize everything here. That's not too bad. Smoke on. What's this now? Emergency canopy jettisoned. Don't go near that one, Murphy. What's this here now? Okay. Can't do that there. Can't do that there. There's a notebook, but we can't do that there. And nothing with the seat. Tail wheel unlock. Hold the trim upwards. Ah, okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we can do that with the menu here. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, let's see, can the thing fly? What does the text on the right say underneath? It just says checklist. Don't do checklists. Don't do anything stupid. You swear they knew it was me flying it. Ooh, the sound. Oh, easy, easy. There's no custom camera set up. So you have one default showcase camera. They should have done better than that. Anyway, not to worry. It's a nice looking machine though. How does it fly, lads? That's what we're here for, right? Look at the flight controls. Jesus, look at that. Right, this is, I'm already kind of terrified. Yeah, another pits, that's what it kind of looks like. Now, it's more than the default pits, because you can open the canopy. And there's a bit of customized stuff going on here. And it is cool that this is a real world aircraft, right? But how is the flight model going to be like? This is going to be hilarious, right? I mean, this could be great or really great. Let's find out. Oh, Jesus, handy now. You only have to barely hit the power and the thing goes into like holy crap mode.
Jesus.
Right, are we ready, friends? Jesus, the power. Look at the airspeed. There's 100 knots, look. Yepsy daisy. Power back a little bit. The speed of this thing. The speed and power of this thing. Okay, it's good. So if we go full power, see that roll? That's kind of your P factor and torque. You take the power out, it relaxes it completely. So there is something going on there with the flight modelling. Right, bring the manifold pressure up, keep the RPM down. How does the smoke look? This is going to be friggin' nuts now, look. Will we do an old, we'll do an old aileron roll, will we? Jesus, the speed! Look at the snap roll. What?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh wait, the smoke is very short, look. The smoke should be way longer than that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, isn't it? It's a bit Jesus, isn't it? Now, how the airplane flies, though, like, that snap roll is nuts. Like, why in the name of God you'd want that sort of turning? Is that even realistic? Maybe it must be. Okay, what about a loop? There's no way this is right, is it? Look at the acceleration monitor there. G's, right? That doesn't seem to be working. Let's reset it. All right. -4 G's. I think you have to reset it then, so we'll reset it. Right, fully reset. And let's see what we can do with a couple of G's here, right? Eight G's, 7 G's. You'd pass out at that stage, wouldn't you? Now, in terms of doing aerobatics in this thing, like, I mean, this takes the smallest little bit of input on your flight controls. Like, that was like the gentlest of inputs to give us that nice rolling movement. If we wanted to go absolutely, you know, full madman. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But the smoke is crap, because it should be way longer, shouldn't it? Right, flying the thing upside down. And again, like, we're not at full power here. It's a fast machine, there's no doubt about it. But I'd say it's the sort of aircraft you'd want to, you know, it'll take time to get used to. If you're gentle with it, you can actually fly it pretty nicely. And then if you want to go absolutely bananas mode, well, I suspect it would, like, would it not snap in half by the time you did this? Like, there's no stall warning on it. Okay, there's a spin. We're all going to die, we're in terrible trouble. And then recover. Fly past? Sure.
Jesus.
Jesus! Hang on a second. That's pretty good, actually.
Jesus.
It's mad. Like, it's so sensitive to controls, look. Like an inverted climb, look. It's pretty cool, right? Delightful, good to see it. Hello there. What do we think? It does sound like that in real life, says 98 Vulcan. There you go. What do you think, lads? It is something different, isn't it? Alright, we got ourselves set up again. We'll do that again. That was pretty cool looking.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, easy now, Jemima. Ah, no. I think that's very good. So, alright. For 20 bucks, you're getting a alright plane, right? And nice scenery, right? Now, I want the list of sounds we can do. Some one of these with a jet engine at an air show. What? What about the mad rudder controls? But there's the airport. We'll get back to the airport and see can we do very fancy aerobatics, right? Your view in this thing now isn't great. You know, you've wings all over the shop. Easy now. If you use very gentle control inputs, it responds well. Look at the speed. So bring that power back. Now, can we fly the thing like an absolute idiot? We sort of can. Yeah, you kind of can, lads. You can fly this thing stupid sideways motion. So when it comes to doing some aerobatics in this thing, yeah, it's very capable. That's pretty cool. But they need to do something with the smoke system. The smoke system isn't good enough. It needs to be way longer than that, I think. Knife edge, that's the one. Right, but can you do this sort of jazz? Straight up, right? We want to go straight up now. And let it completely stall, and then we go bananas on the way down. It'll take a bit of while to get used to, but yeah, you can.
Oh, Jesus.
The thing is possessed. It's nuts. But I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I mean, you can absolutely launch this thing around the shop. What do you think, lads? I think for the price, for 20 bucks, you're getting an airplane and the airport. You know what I mean? I think not too bad. Smoke off. Can you jettison the canopy? No. Can we open the canopy in flight? Yes. Can we jettison the canopy? So that doesn't seem to work. And the smoke isn't great. It's great for stunts. It really is. Like, I mean, that's awesome. It's nuts. The thing is possessed. How do you slow it down? Jesus, trying to land this, lads. We're never going to stop this. But we can stall it. There we go. There we go. So yeah, use the brakes, just like pull up. If you're wondering if you can tip it over, yeah, you can. Not a bother at all. Not a bother at all. The thing is possessed. Yeah, it is possessed, yeah. The smoke has to be long to right. I love the misses, right? Hey, Seth Simmons here. Good to see you. Lads, I think it's alright. I think for the price, right? I think for the price, we're alright. Now, buttons are happening. Now, friends. Ah, Jesus. Today we fly plane. What was it? In Soviet Russia, plane flies you. We're going to be taking on the MiG-25. This is from GKS. This is going to be hilarious. Because I can assure you, my flying capabilities of Russian aircraft is every bit as good. Well, I don't know what. Right. Deliveries. Very good. USSR is in there. India, it looks like. Ukraine, they have a load of them. Russian. USSR. Iraq. Algeria. So a couple of different liveries there, right? Interesting. I do like the mad USSR stuff. What sounds are available via the exclamation symbol on the chat here? I'm going nuts trying to find them. I've very few sounds there. We have the Jesus one. Oh no, we've others. But I think they're redeemables. They're redeemables. So we have things like this.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour.
Or this.
How did you know? I love this song.
Right. And then, you know, there's other stuff.
Captain, I believe I speak for everyone here, sir, when I say to hell with our orders.
Them sort of stuff, right? Yeah, anyway, right? Enough buttons, Murphy. Stop pressing buttons. Right, lads, livery, I don't know. We'll go with the old... I kind of like this one. We'll get in trouble now. Oh, he's flying on the Russian... I don't care. It looks nice. Right, let's have a look here now. I want to have a look at... how do we pronounce this one now?
Oh, Jesus.
Where is it now? What is the gadget? Svolvær. Or Svolvær, right? Echo November Sierra Hotel. Echo November Sierra Hotel. In you go, you big Jesse. Now, we're hardly going to get MiG off the ground here. Take a time, Murph. We might. Right. Jump down there now, and let's see what happens, friends. You'll never be able to watch the snapper again, right? Let's see what happens here. So this aircraft, the MiG-25, right? Well, let's learn a little bit about it, right? So the MiG-25, Nagoyan. Oh, just MiG-25, please. Thank you. So the MiG-25, known also to NATO as the Foxbat, a supersonic interceptor and reconnaissance aircraft. Jesus. Among the fastest. Now, I'll need to... As you can imagine, I haven't touched this plane yet, so I need to set up some views. Is Keane Lafferty in the chat? We're going to need him here now shortly. Let's have a look. Jesus, look at this thing. And we're going to check out the scenery, of course, while we're here. Don't worry about that, lads, right? This is all about the aircraft. So let me see. Need to do some stuff here, tidy it all up. Time of day we can't do much with. The weather, take it out of that weather and just make it nice. There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. Right. I mean, what a machine this is. Now, we can't have a fella wearing a baseball cap. You know what I mean? We'll put Maverick in it. Yeah. That'll keep us up in diplomatic relations. What are we going into? Miscellaneous. Yes. Simon Hernandez. Oh, you can only pick the military ones. Okay. Fair enough. It's a very interesting looking Simon Hernandez. I mean, I'm just saying the pilot thingy doesn't work. GKS, the pilot thingy doesn't work. Okay. Now, let's have a look here at this. There was about 1,100 of these aircraft built. It was manufactured between 1964 and 1984. It was introduced in 1970. It first flew on the 6th of March, 1964. This aircraft is capable of Mach 3 at an altitude of 60,000 feet. Right? So it really doesn't need an introduction, you know, when you're talking about this sort of an aircraft. And it's flown, it's flown by Ukraine, it's flown by India. Iraq have these as well, funny enough, or they had. So it's not a new aircraft. In terms of the cut of it, the design, the sleekness, the sheer scale of it, lads. Look at the size of the friggin' the engines, look. The nacelles. It's huge. Stainless steel. Beast. It's massive. This thing is massive, right? So, yeah. I saw it on the InSim marketplace and I was intrigued. I have their other MiG. I think it's a MiG-21. And they also released the F-111 Aardvark not so long ago.
Swinger, baby.
Something's after happening in me chat at a rate of knots. Let's have a look. FS Reborn, you absolute mad lad. 10 gifted tier 1 subs to the community. Raoul, thank you very, very much indeed. Lads, if you just got a tier 1 sub from Raoul, well, do be sure to say thank you. Bloody hell. Did you just see what he did? Thank you very, very much indeed, Raoul. Insane support. The aircraft we're getting here from GKS, right? Golden Key Studios. They've already released, as I said, the MiG-21 and of course their Aardvark, both which have got good ratings on the marketplace. The Soviet-era interceptor, the MiG-25, known as the 25PD variant, 4K PBR textures, highly detailed afterburner and exhaust effects and custom animations. The cockpit is designed from the ground up, which faithfully represents all avionics and instruments to the fullest extent, a list of which can be found on the developer's website. The cockpit will also support virtual reality, and the developer mentions that the cockpit has been developed with both English and original Russian, which can be toggled via an options menu. Nice. This thing is, what, 25 or is it 35, 25? 25 pounds in the marketplace. Right? She's bigger than an F-15, just to give you an idea of the scale. Alright. Let's get a little bit up close and check it all out. So, yeah, my pilot avatar doesn't work. That's a shame. And the livery I've gone with is a Soviet-era USSR one. And, as I said, it has a couple of other countries. Plus, you know, if you want to fly this in your own favourite livery, well, they're going to have them on flightsim.to. The model is pretty. It's rough and ready. There's a couple of kind of rough areas on it. But overall, I think the model here is actually pretty good. There's a lot of detail on the model. Look at the tyres, lads. So we got a ton of detail here, right? Let me see. Sal, thank you very much indeed for the follow. What do we think of the detailing? Like, it has to be said, lads, the Russians built some incredible friggin' aircraft, didn't they? We're very much accustomed to, like, the American stuff. But the Russians made some mad look at the size of the intakes. They're absolutely gargantuan. You wouldn't have a hope standing in front of this thing. It's huge. Very much a dirty bird, yes. Filthy in fact. Now, there is a mod you can get from the developer's website that should allow us to put armaments on the aircraft. Let's see if it actually works now. So if we say pylons, can't see. Bring you in a bit. Really? Okay, so there's no visual weapons in there. That's strange. Isn't that strange? Huh. Because there is a mod. You get it from the developer's website and it'll actually pop ordnance on the aircraft for you. Doesn't seem to be working though. A lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working on this. But anyway, I digress. Man alive, look at the profile of the thing. Okay. Well, let's jump inside and see, can we get the thing up and running, right? Maybe a menu in the cockpit. The F-111 has that? Okay, sweet.
Can I get a refund?
There's no refunds. Right, so we're here. Welcome to the... What's it, Jesus? Welcome to the cockpit. Now, we do have buttons here, so load. Ah, here we go. Ah, yes, there's our ordnance now. Brilliant. Fantastic news. Refuel the aircraft. We're overweight. Sure, nothing new there. Alright, close that little menu. We have options here. So we have ready to take, or ready for taxi, ready for, or cold and dark. Parachute reloaded. Modern avionics. Click of a button. That gives us some modern radio stuff down there. Okay. And if we want, we have an English panel. That's really handy. Alright, so there's an English panel there if you want. We'll leave it in Russian. We'll try and speak Russian now for a minute. Right, look at the cut of it. I love the colour. The colour's mad, isn't it? Now, in terms of what I'm looking at, lads, I couldn't tell you. But sure, listen, we'll give it a blast and see what happens, will we? I like that. Electricity. If I was electricity, where would I live? Oh, Jesus. It looks... Oh, that's engine stuff. Right, hang on. Electrical stuff. These are circuit breakers. These all need to be in. Or up. Yes, yes. Turn them all on there now, Giuseppe. Yeah, don't know what that does. I mean, what could possibly go wrong sitting in a Soviet era jet? Oh, there's a battery. Brilliant. I found the battery. It's this switch here. These are interior light controls. These are all our avionics and systems, it looks like. Yes. Okay. This is to do with navigation. This is radio. Not sure what that is. That's an ADF. That's a really old school radio system. Ah, they're your radios, okay. Nice little click spot there, look. Okay, what else do we have? Inside the white panel, these are your main controls, so that's... I don't know what that is. Airspeed. We can hear the chrono clock. Annunciator panel. They're weapons. Weapon systems. Landing gear. Lights. Parachute flaps. Where's Kane laughing when you need him? Napa what? I've seen that before in the other MiG. That's parachute or something, right? These are engines, right? That's like a dual start. Oxygen system. Regulator. Transponder. Throttle. Park and brake. Jesus, keep that on. Don't know what this does. I can hear an engine sound. We have rotation. RPM coming up. There's an engine start. Oh, Greta's going to be happy. What it sounds like. She's giving it a nice kind of a crackle, isn't it? Okay, there's one engine. Let's try the second engine. Engine 2 coming up. I think once they get to about 20%, the lot will kick off. The lot will start, yeah? As in, there's no insert fuel. It's an auto ignition. There's 20. Canopy release, is it? Jesus, there's the canopy. That's nicely done. Right, engines be good. Haven't a clue what these do, lads, but sure, listen. Parachute system? Hang on. Why is that emptying? Was that me fuel jettison? Oh, bother. Did I just shut down the plane? Balls, I did. Let's just start it back up again. You empty out all fuel of a plane. It's all right, lads. It's grand. We rang the. They were very understanding. Let's pretend we know what we're doing. Lights. Yes. Flaps. Yes. Couldn't tell you what that does. Engines are coming back alive. Now, when it comes to navigation, right? What does that do? When it comes to navigation, there's a whole load of stuff with this. Because you can put in your own flight plan. Let's say via war, right? So you can put in your ICAO code. E-I-M-E, right? The nav frequency of Baldonal was a 122.8 is actually nav frequency, com frequency 122.8. Nav frequency for Baldonal, I don't know, something like that for the crack, right? ADF frequency if you wanted to. But this stuff that we put in here, flight plan reload, right? This should now insert that on my little placard over here eventually when it's loaded, and I can use this navigation system to fly the thing. It's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. So that's what that does. There's a whole load of learning just for that stuff, which I like. Now, does that radar screen turn on? I don't know what that does. Put it in English here for a minute. That's not very English looking. Right. Parachute auto brake, right? Afterburn maximums, right? Engine air start. Flaps, valve, that's all okay. Engine stuff, that's all okay. Lights. AFCS, that's like the F-18, that's like the auto control something. Taxi lights, grand. Marker lights, grand. What's all this now? Valve is open. Valve open. Heater heat on. Trimmer. All our trims are on. Grand. What else do we have here? Okay. But how do we get this radar on? Any ideas, lads? No? You see, I was secretly a Russian pilot from the Soviet Union. You had no idea. For years I was keeping it a secret. Right, brilliant. How does the machine fly? I mean, that's what we want to find out, really, isn't it? I mean, really. Right. So, off the brakes. Bit of power there, Murph. The yokage moves. I don't have nose wheel steering. We do have differential brakes, though. The pedals do very little. I can use differential braking, but I suspect there should be a button here to allow us to use the rudder. That's the brake. Orbx and landing. Huh. It's pretty cool, yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know how to get rid of... Right, so we'll try and fly it on our differential brakes. What's the worst that could happen? The rudder doesn't want to play, though. Easy. Oh, it's a pig to taxi. Easy now. I doubt there's enough runway here. Hang on, there has to be a way we can do this. What's that do? Wait now. Nose wheel steering switch is on the dash, down and left of the artificial horizon. Down and left. Any ideas what that is, lads? Down and left of the artificial horizon. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right, so remember the switch I hit earlier on? Yeah, don't hit that switch, lads. This one here is your tail wheel lock or your rudder lock. Right, it's grand. Shh, it's fine. Totally fine. Don't worry about this at all. Jesus, don't... This is Wombie's airport, by the way. We will be coming back here. You know, one way or another, we're coming back here, right? Right. What are the chances of getting airborne in this thing? Not seeing much in the way of afterburners, are you? Is that full power? It's 100%, but like, what's wrong there? Afterburner. There's no way that's full power, lads.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Afterburner button? Do I have such a thing? Oh Jesus, there they go! Ah, brilliant! It's alright, don't panic! Oh, she's screaming now. Mother of Jesus, look at this! Right, hang on to something, lads. Off the brakes. We're rolling. Come on now, get us up the hill, Betty. Get us up the hill, Betty. Yes. No. 100 knots. Come on, you divil, get up the hill. Come on, we need to fly. There's 200. Oh, bother. Oh, bother. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. She's not gonna do it, she's not gonna do it.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour.
Yes! No! Yes! I mean, Jesus. Pull up! Ah, Jesus. We're overweight. Now, oh Jesus, right, here we go. Yes, no. Now you're talking. Bloody hell. Are we even climbing? Yeah, we are. Right, now we're climbing.
Who's in charge? You haven't a clue what you're doing.
It's totally fine. How much fuel do we have? Refuel. Oh no, it doesn't like that. Shay. Ah, no, fuel is okay. She's kind of mad looking, this. It's hard to see everything. Right, let's have a look. There's a bit of flex in the wings as well, look. The sounds are only ick. They're not incredible, sure they're not. Their custom camera views suck. That's their custom camera view. Jesus. Oh, look at the afterburners. Night lighting is impressive. $20,000 feet. I'm not convinced with the flight model, it's very bouncy. I mean, it's very bouncy. Although this kind of works. Yeah, that doesn't work. I need some music that'll make this work. Hang on a second. Oh, this might work. Yeah, this will work. what do we think, lads? I mean, it is something different, isn't it? Like, whether or not this is going to be something you want to spend a lot of time in. The brakes don't want to go back in. Oh, bother. There they go. Alright, easy now, easy now. Like, this could be hilarious, right? This could be hilarious. Mind your ears now, this is going to get ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That is not bad at all. To be fair, that ain't bad, lads. So the MiG-25 from GKS, it's definitely something different, isn't it? Like, this is very, very different. Like, there's a whole load of stuff going on in relation to, you know, navigation and systems. How it flies, it's kind of typical of GKS. They're a little bit out there, right? I mean, it's not, you know, you don't get that sensation of it feels exactly the way you think it should. It's very much along the lines of, you know, the elevator kind of oscillates, the pitch is a little bit off, but it's still a very, very interesting airplane. I mean, this is an interesting airplane. Like, what's our max speed? 2 and a bit? Right? Well, 1 and a bit. 1.36. You know, and I think overall inside of here, there's enough going on. I mean, look at, I love the rattle there, the shake, the vibration. You know what I mean? And like, there's no mistaking it. It's a MiG, you know? Need to see if the parachute works? Sure. Where's the airport? We need to go back and check Wombie's airport. Simlink needs to be running. Why is the Simlink working? Simlink is working. Come along, Navigraph, do your thing. Oh, Jesus. No, don't panic. Don't panic. Let's try it again. Yeah, there is wing flex. Yeah. It's nuts, but there is wing flex. So if I were to, let me see. Can you even see the wing back there? But like, you know, see the wing flex? You can see it. Like, it's like, holy crap, look at the things move. You know what I mean? It's pretty good, that, isn't it? Why isn't this working? Could not connect to your sim. Simlink needs to be running. It is running. Is it running over here? No, it's not. Simlink, what are you doing? Sign in. Sign in. Open. Thank you, Simlink. Why did that turn off? There's me playing. Right, where do we need to go? Man, look at the, even the visual effects are good, aren't they? Oh yeah, that's really good. Whoosh. Like, we're at Mach 1, so like, don't expect the thing to be any which way maneuverable, you know what I mean? That's pretty mad though. Right, so in terms of the whatchamacallit? The drag chute. ENSH. Where's that on my map? Oh, we're hardly gonna make this one. Ooh, the sounds. It was designed to, this thing could intercept the SR-71, I think, couldn't it? It looks badass, especially with this camera filter. Look. I mean, that's straight out of a friggin' movie, isn't it? I mean, that is pretty cool looking. Greta definitely loves this plane, right? I mean, she's a real fan of this thing. Right, let's see. The drag chute does work. We'll go back to this airport and check it out. So the GKS MiG-25, the Foxbat. Pretty good. Intercept an SR-71. Thought the SR-71 could outrun a rocket. No, this thing could intercept it. Mach 3 this thing can get up to. Now, I'd say the SR-71 would over the top. Way, way higher. You know what I mean? But in terms of... I think in terms of what we're looking at here, in, you know, the different liveries that we're getting, right? The modelling is quite nice inside. This is done really, really well. How do we open the canopy again? There we go. So we're missing a couple of things like, you know, static objects like chocks and, you know, a ladder or something. And I think it'd be kind of cool to get some ground equipment popped in there as well. But look, I mean, what are you going to do, right? I still think it's done quite well. Now, let's check out this scenery, lads, because this is from Wombii. And Wombii was only onto us there last week. Remember he did the fix for the ATR? Right? So we're going to check out an upcoming scenery. It's going to be his very first marketplace release, and it's that of Svolvær Airport, Echo November Sierra Hotel, located close to the World Update Airport that he did last year, Echo November Lima Kilo. I have a freeware version of this available for years, but this is a complete remake based on a tour of the airport I managed last year. It is multiplayer compatible with the old freeware version in terms of elevation. So this is actually really, really good. So the payware and the freeware both have the same elevation. So that's pretty cool. Special features include the old tower being visible if date 2023 or earlier. What? So if we change the year to 2023... no, that's time, you muppet. And that's date. In a second. We'll use the old thing for here. 2020. Oh, look at that, lads. The scenery triggers in the old tower building that was there back in 2023, but in 24 it's gone. That's pretty nice. I like that. That's a really nice feature. What else do we have? Flashing circling lights if nav2 is tuned to 110.0 or 111.0, and the runway sweeper snowplow if nav2 is turned to 115. Ah, lads, we'll have to check this out. Hang on a second. Snow depth, right? And if we bring up, what are we saying? We'll make it nighttime. Hang on out, bear with me, lads. Make it nighttime. And if we put in, do I have a radio panel on this? No. Doesn't matter. Jump into the plane here for a minute. We'll get the battery on. And we're saying a radio. Let me turn this on. There we go. So, let me see now. If we put in nav2 is tuned to 110.0. Well, that's calm, isn't it? Nav 111.0. 111.0. 0. And what are we supposed to see? A scripted runway sweeper. Snow sweeper. No, I'm not sure it's not going to work. Is that nav 1 or nav 2? Hang on a second. Do you know what we do here, lads? Do you know what we do here? Didn't I put in the other gadget? GTN. This work? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Power is off. Power is coming in. Right. Nav 2 has to be 111.0. Okay. Audio panel. Nav 2. So, how do we go into the radio panel and this? Hang on. We'll figure it out. That's nav 1. How do you tune in nav 2 with this? Any ideas, boys? System services, no. Is there a way to expand that? Nav. So that's your nav. How do you go to nav 2? There has to be a way we can tune it. Hang on. Get rid of that fella for a minute. You want to have like a radio control in here? Click on green nav. Not quite sure. Do we not have like a default radio within Flow? I think we do, lads. Hang on. Let's go make one. Radio. Com 1, Com 2, Com 3, transponder. There are comms. I need to go into nav. PMS 50. Yeah, no, it does, but I can't get it onto the I can't select nav 2 with it. You know what I mean? I can hear nav 2. There's nav 1. Where's nav 2? How do we get this? So that's just nav 1. How do we select nav 2 with this? Interesting. Standby is nav 2. Click transfer. Okay, that doesn't seem to trigger it. Because it says there should be a snowplow. 1115. What does that do? Scripted runway sleeper or sweeper. See one? Wombii, I need to check you on this, but basically what Wombii is saying, you can tune in your nav frequencies and they'll actually interact with the scenery. Isn't that nuts? Let's try it again. Let's try it one more time. On the screen, bottom right. Hang on now. Hang on now, lads. Hang on now, lads. So, like, you've nav 1 and nav 2, but I don't see that moving. It says a scripted snowplow. Anyway, it's not important. We'll figure it out the next time. Let's go back to daytime and check out this scenery. What else? Also, custom everything, including the working animator, windsocks, runway taxi approach lights, and it's due, hopefully, to release next week. Now, where's this now? The description is going to be, can I read this? I can. Svolvær Airport 2,800-foot runway provides essential tourist services to nearby town of Svolvær. A daily Dash 8 Dash 100 flies here. Also an air ambulance service. It's been faithfully recreated based on reference images, charts, and a tour of the airport in 2023. That's pretty cool. So there's a whole load of different stuff we can do here. We'll take it out of the mad weather for the minute, right? Because I wanted to see the scenery. This is cool. Right of 3 via lock, says Belbro. Bottom right, not top right. Oh, hang on, lads. Are we still going back to this? Hang on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How do we fix this? I don't think I can... I'm not going to worry too much about this. If there's a button for it here, we'll figure it out. But if not, bottom right, not top right. You reckon there's something over here? 1115, yeah? Or 111. Do our last little chance on this. Bottom right, com direct to. No, there's nothing I can see there, lads. Bottom right. Course. No, nothing there. That's not nav 2. That's only nav 1. That's the problem. So nav 2 is somewhere else. Intercom, no. Audio panel, no. I want nav 1, nav 2, but I can't get in to change nav 2. That's a pity. It'll be grand. Yeah, it'll be grand. Now, unless it's here somewhere. Unless we do it old school. Again, I can't see nav 1 or nav 2, you know what I mean? And there's nothing here that I can say com and com, so we'd need a second radio for it. Does every plane in the sim have nav 2? No, doesn't. No. Alright, okay, we won't worry about it. If you're in something like a Cessna, it would do the job, but you get the idea, right? Let's check out the scenery, lads. Check this out. Boats and everything, look. It's a very picturesque neck of the woods, isn't it? Isn't this gorgeous? Wombii was here. This is a real place. It exists. Jesus. Muttley, good to see you, man. You're very welcome in. So, it's a preview of a brand new scenery for Svolvær, and I gotta say, this looks stunning. It's a beautiful location, isn't it? And this is his first marketplace release, which is awesome. Nightmare sent me a DM. Thank you, Nightmare. Yeah, no, I'd have to restart the sim. But no worries. Thanks for that, Michael. We shall figure it out the next time. Parking. Parking starts automatically. No charge if you exit within 20 minutes. Now, please have it. No Skodas, Wombii. I mean, you know, Svolvær Lufthaven Heli. Okay. Just the flag looks savage, isn't it? Right, let's ramble in here. Arrivals and departures. Shugunk. Shugunk. Very good. Isn't it a small, lovely little airport? Welcome in. Oh, that's nice. This is his first marketplace version, lads. Isn't this awesome? Way to go, Wombii. I love exploring little airports like this. So when you do tune in your radio frequency, you'll see a snowplow go off and do some stuff. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Interiors, yes. Fire station. With a fire truck. That's all modelled though. It's deadly. That's definitely a scanja. I mean, I'm just saying it's definitely a scanja. Baggage area. It's a nice little airport, isn't it? What I want to do, I want to ramble up onto this hill because there was a tower up here, look. Let's have a go. Yeah, it'd make a very nice home base, wouldn't it? So this is obviously the new automatic ATC. I mean, look at it. There's even wipers on the radar and the cameras, look. That's deadly, isn't it? So that's when the machines take over. But if we wanted to go back to before when the machines, you know, if we bring the year back to 2023, that's when the tower existed here. And he's modelled the tower, look. So the good old days when someone got to sit here and look out the window and say, I am controlling the airspace. The reality is now, friends, technology has taken over, but unfortunately this control tower is now no longer there. Because all we have to do is simply change the date, change the year, and this is how it looks today. Shh. That's mad, isn't it? Isn't that mad? Like, what a location we're in. I mean, look at this, right? Like, hello. Imagine that being your office. Imagine if you were controlling here, right? Like, I mean to say, an office with a view or what? Isn't it savage? It's very pretty. And then we'll have a look at the old runway lighting as well. But look, there's tons of stuff. Everything's here. It's all custom built. Weather socks, everything. What's this now? Oh, that's for the fire crew. The weather sock is interesting, isn't it? Usually you never see them kind of deflated like that. Sure you don't. Have you ever seen a weather sock like that? I have not yet seen that in the sim. Look. Usually the weather sock is just the same kind of thing. It's a common thing when you get older. Jesus. But you know what I mean? Usually a weather sock, it stays like a weather sock regardless of the wind. Now it won't obviously point in that direction. But I've never seen it like fully inflate like that. It actually looks like a sock. Yeah. Patrick Doyle, I use my Xbox controller. That's enough of that before that's completely taken out of context. You shower. Anyway, let's move on over this way. Here's a little shed. Brilliant. Stop in the shed. What's in the shed? There's nothing in the shed. Alright. Look at all the modern weather technical stuff. It's like a scene out of Baitwatch. There's the man with a Pajero. And another little shed. Talk about a place for friggin' aircraft spotting, look. What a view. Jesus. Look at all the rocks here as well. That's gorgeous. Wombii, you've done a great job, man. You really have. This is awesome. Look at the slope of the runway as well. Isn't it cool, lads? It's just a nice, small, quaint little airport, but look at the location you're in. You know what I mean? And imagine if you rolled in here and you saw a friggin' MiG-25 sitting. I mean, you'd be asking questions. The nighttime lighting on the runway. Is nice. Basic, but nice. How much is it? I don't have a price from Wombii just yet. You should see it in the marketplace though soon. Not sure when I get through the release queue. Yeah. Let's see here now. Custom 3D models with PBR, custom Plazzy slope guidance lights, custom grooved runway and runway markings, terraforming including correct runway slope, offset localizer, 12 accurate 3D models for custom runway approach and taxi lights, runway lights correctly placed and paired edge centered, including displace threshold and runway end lights, circling lights, two sets of 3 for circling approach to 1.8, animated and scripted models, runway sweeper activated, animator, remote tower camera platform, and the list goes on and on and on. Echo November Sierra Hotel. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah. See some bigger waves? You just want to see that sock again. Isn't it beautiful, though? And like, that's do you know what it reminds me of, lads? It reminds me of Sligo Airport. But this is more extreme. You make a mess here, you've no, like, that's it. You're committed. You're going to land. Otherwise, you're out of runway. Do you know what I mean? And we also learned that the MiG needs at least 3,500 feet of runway. Is it 2024 ready? No, but he said he'll probably upgrade it to 2024. The buildings down here. The tractors and houses and the devil knows what. It's a very simple airport, isn't it? I'd love to visit this place. I'd love to see this place in the real world, because I mean, look at the cut of it. Look at the scenery around you, lads. How long is the runway? 2,400 feet, I think, Raoul. Ain't a big runway at all. What a stunning location, though, isn't it? In the old fjords, lads. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's near, what did he say the name of the place? It's near, where is it near? Svolvær. Pick up a map here now. ENSH Airport. Svolvær. Now let's look at maps. SVOL Svolvær. So here's the region, Svolvær, right? And if you have a look at it here on the map, well, you're up this neck of the woods in Norway. You're on the little bit that sticks out up near the top, right? Now if we zoom in here and see where the airport is, town is there it is. Well, there it is there, look. Real world pictures, look. That's a dash. Man, look at that, though. Look at the mountains, aren't they gorgeous? It's stunning. 206 is there as well. Look at the mountains around the place. Isn't it gorgeous, lads? That's really well done, isn't it?
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Hammer Nails, thank you very much indeed. You absolute ledge. 22 months, man. Cheers. Yeah, that's really good. He's done a great job. What's it like in the Lashings of Rain situation? Hang on. Lots of rain. Oh, yeah. Jeez, look at the texture on the runway, look. Onto the ramp. Ah, yeah, look at that. That's very well done. Go past the ground, you muppet. Hang on now. Hang on now. Hang on now. There we go. Now that's pretty impressive. That is very, very impressive, lads. Look at that. Isn't that savage looking? Yeah, the flag animation's beautiful, isn't it? What do we think? That's very nice, isn't it? The textures he's used are very, very good. Doesn't it look deadly, doesn't it? It's stunning. Great work here by Wombii. And lads, if you ever see Wombii in the chat, just tell him great job, because this is a great job. He's done phenomenal work here. And this is his first one. You know, for the marketplace at least. Ah, fair play to him. Fair play, that man. Good job, that man. Jesus, even by the fire station, look. Yeah, the graphics are very, very nice. No, fair play to him, lads. Brilliant. What's it like at the front door? Just as good, look. Just as good. Yeah, I'm liking that. Fair dues to this man. The flag is awesome. Yeah, I'm impressed by this. Even there, look at the reflections there and the little lights. Can you imagine how good 24 is going to be? Do you know what I mean? I'm geeking out by this level of detail. The detail in 2024, it's 4,000 times as much data in the ground. What? 4,000? Jesus, lads. Absolutely bananas. Absolute bananas. But my friends, that shall conclude our festivities for this evening. It's been a fun one. I got to try and do things in a MiG that you should never try and do. Leave the camera something like that. With the nice little reflections. We're back to you on Friday night, friends. We are taking out the A380X from FlyByWire. Our maiden... Oh wait, I never did vRAAS. Balls! Hang on, Raoul! Jesus, I nearly forgot. Main menu. Mother of God, I nearly forgot something important. Never mind. Stay exactly where you are. Don't go anywhere because you need to listen to this. Jesus, only for Raoul I'd have been in serious trouble. I'll jump into a Cessna now so I can use a Nav2 radio. Bloody hell, Murphy. It's for this exact reason I'm not in charge of, anything. Don't panic now, friends. Right, world map. We're going to go from a MiG into a 172. Yes. There it is. And we'll go on the Fireflyer. And we're back here at... Is that Svolvær? Yes, it is. And we'll start here at number 2 parking. Right, get in there now and let's see what happens. This is going to be interesting. Bet this will take another hour to cover. Not at all. It'll take moments. The new vRAAS system, a new universal runway... What do they call it? Runway awareness and advisory system. Includes all the standard functionalities that you would expect from a RAAS system, including visual displays and all that sort of jazz. I've no pricing on this, but it's due to release very, very soon. So we're going to hop in here and have a now listen. Right? Listen, friends. So, into my Cessna. Go. Now, can I get nav radios on this? I can. Hang on. I'm on the break. Avionics now. So what we were saying, 1111 and 1115, wasn't it? Right, let them warm up. Hang on there now, meow flower. You have to go through their warning or their warming up thingy majiggies. I'm on now. And if we change the time of day, and we'll give it a little bit of different weather. Give it a few clouds. And if we give it a little bit of snow on the ground. Okay. So this is going to be VLOC 2. 111. See the nav lights down there? I don't know. That's like the circle to land business, I think. So our nav radio have turned this on. That big flashing light. That's nuts. Make it nighttime, you see what I mean. Look, all the nav lights over here. Did our radios just turn on all these? This is the circle to land approach. See all the lights flashing? So if I change that frequency now they're off. Do you see that? See? So our nav radios can activate those lights, look. How cool is that, lads? Ah, that's gas. Right? Yeah, we like that feature. Wombii, you friggin' genius. Now, what was the other one? 1115, wasn't it? No, 115. And this should give us a snowplow script. And there he goes. Ah, lads, that's class. That's brilliant, isn't it? Ah, that's very good. Mr. Plow, right? That's class. Right? That's really, really handy. And the fact that you can control that as well. I love that. Yeah, go up there and make the old runway safe there, John, will you? What are sounds in this guy? Ah, there's sounds in it as well. Drive-by sounds. That's brilliant. That is very, very good. Right, anyway, go back to me playing here. And if I turn that divot off, does he disappear now? He's still out there. So I imagine he just finishes his thing, right? Right, okay. So what we're here to do, lads, we need to listen to this new gadget look, which is the virtual vRAAS. Here it is. Press a button. It'll start loading. Yes, yes. That's class looking.
Runway awareness. Okay. Meter.
Okay, she's actually doing her self-test. So while we're sitting here, fuel shut-off valve in. What's our altitude? Altitude is good. Open the throttle a little bit. Beacon and nav lights. Turn off the avionics for a minute. Right, leave her tick over here for the minute. Okay, so let's have a listen to the old runway stuff. And we'll turn on headphone simulation so we're not deafened by the sounds of the aircraft. Right, so our little vRAAS system, it's this window up here, look. And we can see the status is now connected. General settings, we can auto start with the sim, auto close with the sim, minimize to tray, minimize on startup, auto update for the vRAAS, enable diagnostics, output device, so you can say, hey, put it to this speaker.
Too fast. Too fast. On runway 36 left. On runway 36 left.
You can reduce the audio quality to make it sound more like the bad speakers in real-world aircraft.
On runway 36 left. On runway 36 left.
Oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? Lone Gamer, good to see you.
On runway 36 left.
Okay, let's bring it down to roughly here.
On runway 36 left.
Okay, so some of the features, all aircraft or for our current aircraft. So we can actually save a profile for this current aircraft, right? Mac Vision, thank you very much indeed for 3 months. Good to see you, man. So in here, we can use meters or feet, the voices. What does Jenny sound like?
On runway 36 right.
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 Let's go with Jenny. Aircraft display integration. All known routine. Only show messages if something is not normal, i.e. too fast or too high, or caution. No, leave it on all, right? Approach monitor, your flaps. angle, altimeter, long landing, deep landing, and all the different alerts we can use.
Runway awareness. Okay. Meter.
Okay, so it's in meters, right? So let's see what happens here. We'll go ahead and put on our taxi lights. And let's just see what the devil can do. Alright. Brakes off. Now let's see if it can figure out what runway we're approaching. So it's either going to be 18 or 36. Let's see what happens. Transponder.
Approaching 18.
We'll go down to the left here and do a UE.
On runway 36. 0 meter remaining. Flaps. Flaps.
All right.
0 meter remaining.
Okay, our flaps are down. And we got ourselves turned around here now, right?
Approaching 18.
It's a RAAS system. Real aircraft have it.
Runway 18.
Real aircraft actually have this, right? Right, we'll blast off. The Boris sound studio for the Cessna 172. There's 60 knots. Let's see if she gives us a warning if we're running out of runway.
Time to pull the big switch, good buddy.
Ah, Murph, good to see you. Okay, she didn't give us a warning of how much remaining, but that's okay. Fly Murph, hope you had a great stream. Dude, welcome in. Had to rate the OG Murph. Well, you're very welcome in, dude. So we're here flying over a brand new airport, Svolvær, from Wombii. And we're using this new runway awareness advisory system. We'll go in for a landing now. Let's see what she says. And the good thing about this product, lads, it works in every aircraft, and it'll also give you a display on the PFD or the ND for most other aircraft, which is nice. So easy does it. We'll go for notch of flaps. And we'll get ourselves in for a landing here. And you pretty much set it and forget it. I mean, it just works in the background, right? I mean, you're not worried about, I needed to do this or I needed to do that. It'll just do its thing. Wife simulator. Easy now. Man, this is a beautiful place to go flying, isn't it? Alright. Drop the power back. I love those circle to land lights. That's brilliant. Don't crash the Cessna, we'll do our best. Those lights are super handy. Right, easy now. The snowplow is still on the runway. Jesus. Why is the pole see-through in the plane? What pole? Easy now. Bit of a high. Maybe we should have got approaching 1.8. Maybe not.
Wrong landing. Wrong landing.
Yeah, but it was pure butter, Bernice. 28 feet a minute.
300 meter remaining.
The lights are a little bit too bright, if you ask me. They are a little bit. Yeah, they are. Like, they're a very big pulsating pulse light.
0 meter remaining.
Long landing, right? Now again, the vRAAS system, you'll find that more in larger aircraft, typically. If you watch Aviation 101, Josh actually has a vRAAS system installed in his aircraft. It comes part now with a lot of the Garmin units have vRAAS built into them.
Runway 36.
But it's grand for like identifying different runways. It's just, am I on the right runway? How long is left? And in particular when it comes to any of the the larger aircraft. But there's zero frame rate issue with this. There's no impact. You can adjust where you want the sounds to be from.
On runway 36
On runway 36 left.
I'm not mad on Jenny.
On runway 36 right. Runway awareness. Okay. Meter.
So it's reading it in meters, right? And you can change where you want the vRAAS system to work. I think that's kind of cool, lads, isn't it? Not available yet, Sven. No. What's the snowplow that we passed? Franco, so we actually called that snowplow in with the scenery by dialing in the nav 2. Brilliant, right? So we're off the active. It's pretty good. The vRAAS system, I don't know what the price is going to be. I can't even guess what it's going to be. But the fact that it works with every aircraft, you know what I mean? If you fly the Max, the 737 Max, the new one, they have vRAAS built into it. And that's why we're starting to hear it now. So like this will work in your Airbus, it'll work in anything. Is there any way to change meters to feet? Oh yeah. So again, it's in our options here. Come here to me. So we can say, right, what are the features? All aircraft or just this aircraft, change it to feet. And these are all the ones we can do. All the warnings. Distance remaining. Short field or short runway landing length. Short runway takeoff. On runway flaps. Like, you can really customize all of this. Extended holding on runway. Like, there's a ton of stuff you can add into it.
Runway
you know what I mean?
Awareness. Okay. Feet.
So it's now in feet. Connor Gilmartin, good to see you, man. So, yeah. The Parker machine here. Parker brake on. Avionics off. Wrong button, Murphy. And lights off. So there, friends. We have it. I'm after leaving me flaps down because I'm a muppet, but it's grand, right? It's grand. What do we think? Between the vRAAS system and the new airport, I think it's very fancy indeed. Absolutely fantastic, right? Just downloaded it. It's 20 bucks. Is it available now, G-Slayer? Hang on, lads. Is it available now? Head on over to Contrail. You should see it. So it's 20 bucks. There you go. Looks okay for VR. Yeah, I think so. Again, like it's there with a lot of airliners anyway. They already have that. You know what I mean? So yeah. G-Slayer, good to see you, man. I hope you're well. UI menu doesn't work in VR, I'm afraid. Probably not. Yeah. But it's very much a thing of just set it and forget it. You know what I mean? Because you can have your global settings, or it'll just save it to the aircraft you're in. All aircraft, yeah. or specific to your current aircraft, and then you can save it to that aircraft. I think that's a nice touch. That's a nice touch. I like it. I like it. It's something that I'm going to use. Do you want to close it? Yeah, I'm finished with it. It's something I will use, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, lads, that's going to do it for tonight. This time I got everything done. Thank you, Raoul, for reminding me about the stuff. Raoul likes the airport. Yeah, it's a pretty airport, this one, isn't it? So, lads, that's going to do it for tonight. My thanks to everyone for tuning in. We went through a bit of stuff. We had the Orbx stuff, the Wolf Pits, and also Maitland. We showed off the MiG-25, which is friggin' nuts. This one, Svolvær, from Wombii, and of course the vRAAS system. And for everyone for tuning in, for all the gifted subs tonight, thank you very much indeed for the bits, all the follows over on YouTube as well, the memberships, and all the new subscribes. Guys, thank you very, very much indeed. We're back to you on Friday night, 2000 Zulu, and we're taking out the behemoth, the mother of all Giknas. We're flying the A380X on a group flight, departing Toulouse in France. We're heading down to Madrid, and then we're over to Barcelona. It's going to be a full, a full IFR flight. We'll go through SimBrief, and we're going to try and fly the aircraft as it was intended, but then kind of put our own twist on it, because that's what we do, right? So, well, enjoy your day tomorrow. We're nearly there now, lads. Friday is just over the horizon, and all shall be well. So, thank you all so much indeed for tuning in, and until the next time, you take care. Look at the texture on the wheel, right? Savage, you know. A good textured rubber. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So what we're going to do, I just say the things, you think about them. I don't.
Oh my god!
Right? Come here. Are you? Me? Don't be that curious. It's not. No. Did you see what happened to Kane? He just bounced off it. Please, somebody clip just that. Kane Lafford flew into the side at 100 knots. He just literally bounced off it and ended up over here. Someone has to clip that, lads.